talk. Personally speaking, I thoroughly enjoyed replaying 7 Remake, just as much as I enjoyed playing it the first time. But I think more than even that, I enjoyed seeing everyone's reactions and takeaways from that game. I love that it still drives discussion one way or the other. I think that's so interesting. And the fact that pretty much everybody does have a take on it, and there's no major consensus on it, I love that. It makes things so much more interesting. From that level of impact, whether you like it or not, you gotta admit that it's incredibly impactful. This, by the way, will be the first time I'm playing through Stranger Paradise. If you're not familiar with PRECAPitations, this is basically going to be me just doing footage collection for a future RECAPitation episode. What makes this one interesting is that there's actually co-op here. So, playing this on the Xbox, if you have this on the Xbox, you too can join in, because apparently up to, 3 people can join? I have a guest with me today, Fatal.
Yeah, 3 people party.
Awesome.
Hey.
Fatal will be joining me to, just why not play with friends and allies. There's no crossplay.
For one thing, just to kill chaos.
Yeah, honestly, there's that. And I honestly really do want to see, a lot of people always meme on this game the moment it was announced, but I love just the very idea of it. Just a very bold, not a boring, yet another remaster of Final Fantasy, the very first one. Because they could have done that. They could have easily have done that, but even they knew that this would just be very boring. It's like, okay, so it's just the same exact original story and beats we're already familiar with. Just pretty graphics. And the problem is that's predictable. It's boring. People think that nostalgia is going to carry it, but that's not going to curry any new fandom or excitement. That hurts the game itself. And that's kind of the same design philosophy between Final Fantasy Remake, where admittedly they absolutely baited the fan base. They 100% trolled everybody. But the fact that they pulled it off is just, to me, just the most remarkable part of all. Like when they had that demo that was just Mako Reactor 1, and everyone was like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted, they're all in. And nobody knew that the rug would be pulled from under them. That, I think, was so good. I really have to just honestly take my hats off to that, because they not only made a full game with what they chose to make, but they did it while fooling everybody into thinking just calling it remake, it would be what everyone expected it, and subverting that in a smart way. Because there's subversion was a very trendy 2020 thing to do. Oh, how clever, you subverted things. But there are a lot of things that subvert your expectations and just end up being shit. Like Last Jedi. Or you have clever subversion where it's gonna ruffle feathers. People are gonna be really mad they didn't get what they thought they were gonna get, but at the same time, you still got something pretty impressive. And I really do have to point out that leaves so much more of a memorable impact than just doing something plain boring and predictable. Just like Stranger Paradise. At least they're trying something new. We have to give credit where credit's due. Bensky's Hayoni is a 13 Sentinels on your radar for RECAPitation. So, personal story with that. I streamed 13 Sentinels when it came out because I was absolutely on board with the game and thoroughly loved it. It is one of the few games I will put in an A tier. Fantastic writing. However, I am still salty that when I streamed that game, Vanillaware put out 7 copyright claims on the very last one for the ending, because they didn't want anybody to see the ending. They wanted to censor it, so they tried taking down my video by sending over half a dozen claims on it. And I was like, I didn't like that. They never dropped it when I fought it. And even though I did it a month after the game came out, because I wanted people to play it on their own before they, watch me stream it, they never left that up. So, admittedly, as petty as it is, I don't want to recap 13 Sentinels because of that. I still absolutely want people to play it. I want people to experience that story in that game. It is fantastic. I love that game. I do not like the social media censoring that they did of it, just to protect people, quote unquote, from the ending. But it's like, dude, there are people out there that are posting the entire game online. Ugh. Anyway. As always, we put on subtitles. Where would that be? Would that be in the language settings? No. Display settings? Yes. Okay, it's already on. Perfect. New game. I like how it's story, action, and hard, and not like easy, normal, hard. I actually consider myself pretty darn good at action games, but we're doing a recapitation, which means we play on story mode. We ain't got time to sweat. We're gonna breeze through the battle and looking to enjoy the story. I am looking to breeze through the battles and enjoy this story. I do want a relaxed gameplay experience. Thank you. This game came out 2022, by the way, very early on. But do you hear anybody talking about Stranger? I kept saying Stranger to Paradise, but it's Stranger of Paradise. And to a casual mode. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't give a fuck. I'm working. Everyone here is just here watching me work. I'm not here to dance like a monkey. Go with hard gives you better equipment. Don't care. Is the game any good? I have no idea. I know a lot of people early on were relating this to, because Koei Tecmo made it and they also made Neo, they were basically saying that it was like Final Fantasy Neo, or to the more common audience, the Dark Souls of Final Fantasy, as memey as that notion is. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Good. But I think the fact that they lean so hard into it, unironically, is to me the most enjoyable part. I need to turn off controller vibration. I hate controller vibration. I've never liked controller vibration ever since it was introduced like 20 some odd years ago. Never liked it. I don't feel more immersed when my hands rumble a little bit. Taku, my suggestion is story is told to us more through logs than just dialogue, so I recommend you keep an eye out for logs to make mental notes. Okay, that is good to bring up. So they just throw us against Tiamat as a tutorial.
Bring it.
Oh, those subtitles are so tiny.
Make them bigger.
I don't have to. Oh, come on. Guard, normal attack. Wow, that's some evading speed right there. faster than you run. What are the other buttons? Because I tried pressing other buttons, I don't want to do anything.
Show me what you got.
Alright, so that's healed. It's down. I gotta say, I don't enjoy having my normal attacks on a bumper. I feel that wears out the bumper like a lot. I'd rather have it on a button. I wonder if I can remap that. Oh, I need to take off notifications because I don't want that popping every time.
Looks like it.
Then why doesn't it feel like it?
And now the end is near,
Is this licensed music?
so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and
It is? Oh, well, good thing these streams aren't monetized.
and more, much more than this.
They should really have a
Yes,
streamer-friendly
me
mode.
one.
I need to check that. Is there a streamer-friendly mode in this? Those are all my settings. What do you mean by matchmaking area? I hope that doesn't mean randos can just jump into my game.
Make private rooms.
Okay, I think I
First
enjoy
time I
control type B a little bit more. I'm gonna roll with that. Oh, and let me... How do you take off the notifications on Xbox? It's gotta be under settings. There we go, notifications off. Let's just do off. Alright, that should be good. Okay. We're in a field of tutorial. This feels like Gladiator. Alright. Alright, so that's still... I just remapped my buttons. I completely forgot which ones they got remapped to. Jack looks sweaty. He's always glistening. I want him to yell Soul Burst every time we do it. Just lean into the fantasy. Lean into the final fantasy. Alright, attack the enemy to deplete the gauge, which is the yellow thing above him, and then do Y for big damage. Got it. Or you can finish them. Soul Burst. This camera is very quick. Hold B to deplete your break gauge and adopt a soul seal. Alright, so you trade gauge, you burn it for a... Alright, and no, it restores MP. Press X after a successful block to lunge and... Alright. That was too early. It flows pretty well. Are we killing Chaos today? You know it. Fuck Chaos. Social's extremely powerful counter. It will raise your max MP, stagger enemies, it reduces your break gauge, and may put you in hot water. Well, nobody wants that. So I guess it's a high risk, high reward guard, and then there's the regular guard, or you can just evade. Okay. Can you jump in this game?
I think so. The only jump I've seen is from the special attack so far.
Alright, when you deflect a purple name, it becomes usable as an instant ability. So basically you steal it. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Like everyone has like the blue mage abilities or something.
That's kind of cool though. You just kind of steal it and attack real fast. I wonder what the reason is behind that. If there's a lore reason why Jack could just instantly learn and use enemy attacks. Remembering the opening scene in this tutorial map, they're much more important than you realize. Is this really a map? It seems like an open field. Or is this going to be like Sekiro, where this is actually where the final duel also takes place, but it's also where the tutorial is? Alright, you can cast Lightbringer when you have 2 gauges. Left trigger plus B. we're feeling that we're gonna see this execution animation a lot. Like there's only one.
Look, the crystals can sense each other.
You have one too, don't you?
My mission
Everyone
is to
knows that
kill
stand users are
chaos.
attracted to each other.
That's
They're
all I
fated to
know.
meet.
Me too.
Good. We're all on the same hunt.
I'm Jack.
Jed,
Ash.
Fist bump. We're instantly best friends. Are we really gonna get scenes like that that just tell us what's happening? And so they talk to the king to do things. And now we're here on a boat.
What?
need something for that?
It's just a scratch. Nothing a little spit can't heal. When are we gonna fight chaos? All this monster hunting is a pain in the ass.
Seriously. Fingers crossed we're done.
Either way, time to pay the king a visit.
And we don't leave without answers.
The world lies shrouded in darkness. The winds die. The seas languish. The earth decays.
Oh, it's like Lucas' prophecy.
But the people believe in the prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment.
Although it really makes you wonder, like,
When darkness veils
are we gonna
the
meet like
world,
Lucan, for example?
4
Or is that even how
warriors
you
of
say his
light
name?
shall come.
All right, that's just setting it up.
You are skilled, to be sure.
I love how they're dressed
Few could have slain
like traditional
even
like
one of
fantasy
those
wear,
abominations,
but our party's
let
like
alone
in
3.
jeans
There is
and
still the
sneakers
matter
and
of
tank
your
tops.
number, however.
When darkness veils
They
the
look
world,
so out of place.
4 warriors of light shall come.
And your crystals trouble me. They do not shine the color they should.
Can't argue with that. But you need warriors, right? Look in front of you. Here we are, ready and willing to take chaos down for you.
And with all due respect, isn't that what matters most?
Perhaps. Yet a question still weighs on my mind.
That's a very kingly
Warriors
king.
of the Dark Crystals. Why court danger so eagerly? What could you possibly hope to gain?
All I care about is seeing chaos dead. I need to. It's not a hope or a dream.
It's a promise.
It's like a hunger, a thirst. Does that answer your question?
This is called Stranger of Paradise. Yeah, you're right.
Very
Touche.
well.
Didn't realize this was an
Minister
isekai.
Lago, fetch the key to the shrine.
My lord,
Jack, ash, Jed. I place the future of Cornelia in your hands. Do not fail us.
Cornelia. I wonder if I said Cornelia at one point. Okay, we need to boost the size of these subtitles. I do not see an option to increase the size of these subtitles.
Looks like got it confused with another game. I was just playing something where you could change the subtitle size.
No worries. Are you able to jump in?
Let's see. I haven't tried the multiplayer out yet, so let's get
And
to
chat, if anybody
the.
of you guys also want to jump in, just let me know. If you're playing on Xbox One or Xbox Series, you can jump in.
Cornelia is counting on you to save us from the darkness. I know you will. May the crystal's blessing be with you always.
I want to stand straight in front of it, but Jack is just too quick on his
You
feet.
look every bit the warrior. I can imagine it serves you well on the battlefield. Even so, I would
Turn off
kindly
motion
ask
blur?
that you smile
I think
in
I
front of
might.
My daughters.
I wonder if you can. Yeah, you can. Alright. Yeah. Things often look better without motion blur, I agree.
I'll deliver the key to you in the morning.
Just like every
Make
proper
your
Final
preparation
Fantasy, you want to talk to
and
every
wait for
single
me at the
NPC.
city gates. Until then.
There's another daughter, Mia. Wonder what kind of
Every
significance
warrior
she's going to
has gone
have.
before us, but you are different somehow. I expect great deeds. Little is known about the shrine, aside from the fact it is choked with darkness and wicked monsters. Tread carefully, warriors. Do
Alright,
not
he's just
let
saying
this
generic
be
stuff.
our final meeting.
Hey Nips, how's it going today?
I think I noticed that. I wonder if this is actually a nod to the original game or just a coincidence that all the three main characters all have their names are 4 or fewer characters long,
That's a good pickup,
like the
actually.
limitation.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is true.
So maybe Mia
What's
Mia
going
will
on?
be the 4th warrior of light. She's only got 3 letters in her name.
Princess Sarah.
Watch everyone in this entire world only have 4
Like
letters
a
or last
flower
names.
blooming in a dark wasteland.
We saw Princess Sarah.
Is it gonna be like Kingdom Hearts where they say darkness every other sentence? Nah, that's only Organization
Jack.
13.
Wouldn't kill you to smile for once.
Jack, you've returned.
I thought they were gonna put Sarah
And
with only
few more
S-A-R-A,
scars.
so there goes that idea.
It's nothing. Jack has the best medicine.
That's wonderful. In that case, if it's not too much trouble, would you be able to spare
I
some
think these
for
guys
our
with
soldiers in the
just these
front?
casual clothes and
There's
And that's
no
what I
more
said.
Sarah's princess dress.
Is there something
It's pretty much a wedding dress, not even a real princess garb.
I heard
I
you
love
were
how
going to
jacked
the shrine,
Ash is.
so I thought this would
He
be
doesn't
my
even put on
only
a shirt, he
chance
wants to show off those guns.
favor?
Two, actually.
Of course.
There was a knight by the name of Garland who
Yeah,
set out
their
to
initial,
battle as well, but he never returned.
Equipment set, they're just called like the
Good.
stranger clothes.
I'd be grateful if you looked for him.
Look,
It's weird because
We
like
don't
in the
have
trailer
time
they're
to
like,
rescue
my name is
Michigan
Jack
Princess.
Garland. Like
I
they straight up say
understand.
it. So
You
when they
don't
say
need
like
to
there's a
go
knight
out
called
of your
Garland,
way.
like
Just
are they not gonna
keep an
point
eye
out that
for him.
that's so
What does he
weird?
look like?
It has the same last name
He
as I do.
always wore
What a
such
small world.
splendid armor with a helmet.
Maybe he's got amnesia and just hasn't said it yet.
He
It's like no one
towered
actually
over
bothered
the other
asking his
knights.
last name because nobody
Even
cared.
so, his voice was always warm.
How long ago was this?
Perhaps
10 years ago. Although,
Like, if you play the original Final Fantasy,
it
and you
seems
know
just
what
like
happens to
yesterday.
Garland, and you know this guy's name is
Seems
Jack
so.
Garland, because they literally tell
The
you
minister
right up
and
front
my
that it
father,
is.
They say
So,
a knight by the name
I don't
of
know.
Garland never existed.
As you wish. We'll see what we can do about your missing.
Like, they really weren't trying to, like, make it a secret,
Thank
you know?
Jack.
Yeah.
But I suppose
But
that
maybe
there were people
Garland
like,
isn't the same cast.
The other favor.
I mean, sure, but even
Come
then.
back safe.
I mean,
And soon.
we'll just see what goes on. Yeah.
May the crystal's blessing be with you. Always.
Adric Price, originally they weren't going to mention Jack being Garland in the promos. They only mentioned it because people figured it out. That's why they don't mention the game. Oh, okay. So the game does expect that to be a twist. Okay, we'll play along.
Odd.
Everyone
Your
act
crystal
really
vibrating
surprised
too?
when Garland turns
Yeah,
out to be
weird.
you know who.
Forget it. We need to focus. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day.
Everyone acts surprised when it turns out
rest.
he kills Dumbledore and was Luke's father all along. Everyone act really surprised, even though we knew this from the trailers.
Hey, Jack. Just the guy I wanted to see. I heard you're off to the shrine tomorrow. Why don't you spend the night here?
Yeah.
Great.
That
Come
guy
on
kind
in.
of looks like Willem Dafoe.
News of your departure will soon spread, and failure will leave a stain on the king's reputation. Bear this in mind. Travel northwest, and you will reach the Chaos Shrine. Go with the crystal's blessing.
I do like that they're playing like the original Final Fantasy music, like that was, you know, Castle Corneria, like I'm playing Star Fox, Cornelia, a rendition of it.
Yes. Original. It was Canaria, not Cornelia.
Yeah. This mission is now available. Thank you. So there's drop rates in each of these missions. Should I care about that? A side mission has been unlocked.
Diablo style loot. That's all it
Tutorials,
is.
knuckles, daggers. I'll probably, in between streams, probably play the tutorials for those other weapons, because they probably have, like, unique attacks. No doubt. Alright, each mission has a predetermined mission level. Make sure to compare this. Alright, so there's gear levels I have to worry about. Blah.
Very easy mode won't make it that big of a deal.
Yeah, if we're playing on casual, then hopefully it won't matter that much. Because we're apparently level 1, and this is supposed to be level 5. Alright, how do I invite you?
Get more. There should be on the main menu, an online tab where you can create a room.
Okay. Create room. Yes. Alright, I created a room. It's called 1225. I'm confirming. Why doesn't it let me confirm? Okay, I have to just back out. You can only do multiplayer after the second mission. I don't know, we're gonna try. Looks like we can do it at the first mission. read and catch up on chat. This is the story of how and why. There's more to the story than we like to think there is. I mean, for as bare bones as the storytelling was in the original Final Fantasy and many games at the time, because, you know, technology was a limitation, absolutely. That's what makes these, not just remasters or even remakes, these reimaginings a lot more interesting, because you do have the creative freedom to take this world and really develop it, and you have a lot of room to just kind of add your own stuff to make things interesting. Slopdog, what's up? Hope you're well. Absolutely, man. You too. Thanks for dropping in. Getting some footage for another game in the future. But this won't be the next recap, by the way. I still have some... Can I invite you? Oh, I can actually. Hold on.
It's not even letting me search for your ID.
Okay. I sent an invite. I probably should have checked the tutorial on how to switch weapons, because apparently I have daggers as a backup.
Yeah, I was playing a little bit of the first mission. You just switch jobs, and I think every job has its own weapon type.
How the hell do I even switch a job? I don't even know how to do that.
It should be on the basic controls Y,
Oh, okay.
and then you can set them in the menu.
Well, remember, I changed my default. Hold on, let me read what I even did. Because why is my activate ability? Is it open ability guide? Or change battle set?
Change battle set,
Yeah,
that's the
probably change
one.
battle set. Alright, those are triggers for me. Alright, you're in. Sweet. Ready, dude.
Ready.
And yeah, anybody, same thing, open invite. If there's anybody in chat who wants to jump in, feel free. The more the merrier. Feel free to come in and flex your OP character and carry me. You will. I have zero objections to that. But if you know the RPGs, the big name ones that are coming out this month, you can probably guess the next recap that I'm going to have. It won't be ready by the time that game comes out, but it'll hopefully be ready within like a week of it coming out, so it'll still be pretty fresh.
I got a few guesses.
Yeah, I didn't put it in the Discord like I normally do, so nobody can cheat and look that up. But honestly, I would be shocked if it took anybody more than 3 guesses. Says we're waiting on you.
I thought I hit ready. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Because there's one thing, no matter what, that Square Enix, ever since the very beginning, when they were just little Squaresoft, they've always very much valued presentation and polish. Well, presentation, not necessarily polish. Which one are you?
Looks like
Are you Ash or
chaos has
Jed?
been
Should
waiting
be.
for us.
I think I'm Ash.
Make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I hope this is one where if you gain gear, you have the option of cosmetically just like looking like normal. Because honestly, I want to keep Jack looking like normal, even though my gear obviously improves.
Could be something good.
Can we do that?
Right behind you, Jack.
Hey Lynn, how are you? Touch cubes, sure.
Even though I have all the gear I put on Ash when I was playing earlier, he's just got the starting gear right now.
Go to
Refill all your stuff,
So?
refill your potions, and doing so revives any slain enemies back to the field. My, that does sound awfully familiar.
See anything following us?
I can keep going.
Zash has his own break animations, different from Jack's.
Time for a change.
Let's try these daggers out. What is this? Oh, you can tell an NPC to be more aggressive. Alright, we'll be more aggressive, Jed. Whoa, the lock-on just... The lock-on is the most distant thing.
No sweat. Barely even worth the trouble.
Alright, good. I was hoping we could break some bots. Also, something struck me. This guy. Yeah, I told you to be more aggressive.
That's that.
Alright. Let's keep it up.
Pick up too.
Jack, there's one down there.
Let's take
So
it
you don't have to
down.
worry about
When you wear gear,
Trying
it shows on
to gear.
cutscenes, but there's a things in the setting to turn off gear on cutscenes so you can look normal. Ooh, good pickup, thank you. I'm gonna turn that on right now. Where is this? I'm gonna take out vibration, 100%. I don't like automatic. Well, maybe I should keep that on. Display headgear, I'm gonna say off. Where's the option to turn off the display during cutscenes? Display headgear, is it? Oh, okay, good, good. Hold on. Why did my monitor suddenly turn off? Hold on just a second. Because I'm looking at my recording and like it's normal, but I actually... No, that's gonna be a problem. Just a moment, we're having technical difficulties. Okay, so what was happening is I have a switch. Well, not the switch like the console, but I do have that. But I have like a switch basically where like all of them are basically connected to the same HDMI input through the collector, through the Elgato for collection. And what happens sometimes is whenever either the PlayStation likes to update, for some reason when it starts updating in the background, it will hijack the signal connection. So it's like very disorienting. Oh, you're out here just slaying out. I respect it. I'm still reading these tutorials, so I don't suck as much. There's a hidden secret you have to use fire to get.
Damn, where does all that darkness come from?
Oh, good, you can kill the wall. Take that wall.
That's all.
It was good practice. Nice one, Jack. Now let's see what secrets this place is hiding.
These guys seem like really nice friends already. There's no way they would possibly turn into chaos at the end. Absolutely. No way they'll encounter other people and become the fiends. There's absolutely no way. Not a pro YouTuber if you don't have a few tech issues. Thank you. I'm still pretty much amateur. Alright, get job points. We got trees. I haven't even taken a look at that, actually. Alright, so it's not the biggest tree. Unless we have hidden nodes that are gonna appear. Continuous hits with certain attacks will inflict status ailments. Taking advantage of the same element repeatedly makes you vulnerable to that element. Alright, got it. Don't get hit.
We got company.
Come on, follow me.
I was hoping he would actually slam dunk it on the ground. A little underwhelmed on these finishers so far. I want some really good finishers. Is this game ready?
Let me do the next one. Okay. I think so. I was hoping.
That was pretty.
Very least. Oh, maybe if maybe it depends on your class. Maybe like a pugilist will do it. Pugilist, however you pronounce that.
It is pugilist.
Yeah.
Because one time I said pugilist, and somebody's like, what the fuck did you say? It's pugilist. I'm like, I think it's up for interpretation. It turns out it's not up for interpretation. Oh, is this the wall? So can we get them to come over here and cast fire? Actually, you know what? We probably have to use that.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Yep. There. All right. Where's the wall?
It's the wall of vines over here. That has a chest behind it.
Okay. And I died because I wasn't paying attention to my health.
Oh, okay.
Too busy.
Alright, so I got it.
Yeah.
Alright, chest.
Nice.
Thanks, Nova. Level 6 Mage Mashers? Let's put that shit on right now.
Damn.
Actually, how...
Pugilist does not slam dunk the bomb.
Okay. Wait, can I change gear in the middle of battle?
I think so. Yeah, obviously you're still vulnerable.
Yeah. So far, I kind of like the idea of this, where it's kind of like clearly like multiplayer, just kind of going through missions and dungeons. I'm okay with that. I say dungeon, but so far we just ran down a hallway, but that's also just like the very first Chaos Shrine, where all you do is you walk forward, and then it's the boss room. The first one was also just a hallway. If you want the mage job, you have to clear out some fire ahead. Like this fire.
Have to get through those flames.
I do want the mage job.
You have to go to battle settings and then change, because you can only have 2 jobs equipped at once, so you gotta change which ones you have equipped.
Okay.
You switch between them.
Alright, here we go. It says right here, equip a mace in battle settings. Sure. I'm also kind of interested in the fist fighter. I want to see if it's any good.
Going back this way, it looks like there's a secret. I think you can only destroy those, I don't know, whatever you want to call them on the walls.
Because I want to change jobs, but it didn't change the job. Okay. So I had to double equip it. So now I'm a mage. Okay.
This is the one. Time for a change.
Yeah. And then...
Open flames.
I have to target the fire. Oh, it's like a weird little... I did not expect that. Oh, you hold it down and it becomes a thing. Okay, hold on.
Time to go wild, Jed.
Down, then, yeah, you hold the...
How do I select the spell I want, though?
left stick. That.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you. I did not expect that as the casting system. What? I've never seen that.
Yeah, there's a secret back here. I think only you can unlock it. Want to check that out, see what that is.
Brosby Gaming. Chaos. Absolutely.
I'm only here for one thing. To kill chaos.
Alright.
Yeah, I can't break that, so.
Keep going. I'm game.
You probably just gotta go up and press B on it, but yeah, I'm guessing just the host is the only one that can do that.
Nothing's ever easy.
Oh, probably, yeah. Is this an alternate path?
Might
Whatever,
be.
we're taking
Might
it.
just...
You can fall off the edge. Good to know.
Yeah, only lose a little health at least. Not full on death.
Oh, it's a little cactuar.
Uh-oh. Oh, well. Didn't expect us to be able to kill it right away.
Yeah, good stuff. Oh, he drops.
I got an achievement for it too.
Yeah, I got an achievement for it. Okay, so those must be little hidden treasure goblins, basically. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Alright, my basic attack is slashing with my mace.
I imagine the mage is mostly for using the magic.
That's what I imagine. But how do I restore MP? That's where I have to use my little weird shield thing, unless I want to do this.
Attacking also restores it.
Oh,
So
does it?
basic attacks. Yeah, I think using the break just as, you know, if you do it right, that'll give you more MP.
Let's see how much fire that thing can eat.
Oh, bombs actually grow bigger too. Oh, he has the same execution no matter what, or at least the mage one is the same. That's lame. Alundra and Alundra 2 win? Oh man, I haven't heard that requested in quite a while. I had a friend that I used to play D&D with, and when we were waiting for session for everyone to, you know, come in, when we were at his house, I think he constantly played Alundra. I'd have to see gameplay of it, but I think it was Alundra he kept playing.
Do something?
I always kept seeing him like, get stuck in the same area. Like he never got very far. I've never seen him beat it, but at the same time it was kind of cool. Like it looked like something interesting, like sort of like
ways to go.
it was trying to be Zelda. If I don't pick up equipment, do I miss out on it?
Diablo style. So chances are, as you progress, you're just gonna keep getting better stuff anyway.
I mean, that's a good point too.
And I think you can put auto pickup on. So if you don't have that setting, just turn that on.
Oh, I do, yeah. I should probably be putting on some of this gear. Oh, we got all these stats. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Just put on the highest level gear. Is there an auto equip? Optimize equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, whatever.
There we go. Good stuff.
What do you call the select button on Xbox?
That looks.
I don't even know.
I don't like these pants. These pants look so bad. It is kind of Diablo-esque, isn't it? This is basically just like a looter, honestly. Because there's so much loot dropping from everywhere.
And your enemies dropping it, so.
There's like drop
Sit,
rates
you know,
and
I'll,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Let's see what's inside.
This is very Diablo-esque.
I'll take
You get better pants later. You know what? That's what I'm here for. True thing. There are some games that I swear all they do when you play a mage is they just put you in a dress. And that's not against people who enjoy dresses, but there are many more fashionable options when it comes to being a mage than just throw a dress on them. That's all I'm saying. Is there a treasure chest down there?
might be one up there where that bomb is.
Because I remember Dragon Age 2 was like that. Everything you put on as a spellcaster looked terrible. But then you have like Bravely Default 2 where it's like, oh man, everybody's so fashionable. It looks awesome. I don't know about you, but I look good in a dress. I'm not saying you can't put it off. I'm just saying I want some variety.
Now we've got an easy way back.
Any help is welcome.
It shows my age, but I still refer to the two buttons in the middle of a gamepad as start and select. Even though it's like
what they're called on
options
Xbox.
and, like, it sounds better than 2 boxes or 3 lines.
Like, I don't even know why they had to change it from start and select. Was it a big deal where people not understanding what that meant?
Yeah.
It's universal on all controllers till last gen.
It's like the save icon in most places is still like a floppy disk, but, you know, we haven't used floppy disks in forever, but that still lives on as that icon. So you could be a spear chucker if you want. Good to know. I have no idea if we're going in the right direction. I am well known for not really knowing what the right direction entails in most cases. You can go to like god level spells. Yeah, smacking things with the club is, and doing finishers that gets you MP. Okay, I can get down with this.
There you are.
This'll be a breeze.
Oh, they got the bats that are the. I wonder if they're actually gonna have the thing where like those are the Sky Warriors. If they're gonna play that angle, like one of those random little bats you had, those are Sky Warriors. It'd be kind of cool if they had like more HP than normal, and I was kind of like, oh, they're not really normal bats. A stylish Jackie with a hoodie. Oh, honestly, yeah. Like I said, like Bravely Default 2. Say what you will about that game, but I loved the fashion that they had for like the white and the black mage. They look so good, so stylish.
I bet Chaos saves the biggest tower for himself.
Still got a ways to go.
Yeah, stay alert.
Does somebody say chaos?
Stay focused.
You can wear any gear with any job, you just usually get mage effect. Okay, got it, got it. At least it gives you variety.
I got it. Kill the fiends and these growths get weaker.
I will kill this wall orifice. You'd be surprised how much of this architecture is held by wall orifices.
A win is a win.
Cornelia's contractors.
Straight to the tower.
They go cheap.
I know, right? They're like, we could put some spackle on this, but we could also just throw a wall orifice over it. Honestly, nobody would notice it. Really, when you look at the wall orifices, they just, you know, yeah, they look kind of moist, but really brings the room together.
Use that.
Better not forget where it is.
Who knows, maybe Chaos just decided to make some renovations.
Is there an advantage to chain switching? I wonder. Oh, that's cool. If you play multiplayer, you get more anima shards. Nice.
I get all the anima shards. I'll have the advantage.
I like that you don't have to unlock things in sequence. You can just kind of like go wherever you want.
Well, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
No, no, it actually.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, when you unlock it, it's just the cumulative amount on the route there. But that's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
So you can still, like, you know, if you go somewhere, you can just, you know, just stack it up or not. It's a convenience thing. I respect it. Oh, those are cool looking skeletons, not gonna lie. I do not like how tutorials appear in the middle of combat. Okay, that was cool. He ripped off the skull and then spiked it. That was cool.
Mechanic. We could go over the small rubble.
Yeah. One of those where, what's a jump button?
I had with Elden Ring, the fact that it had a jump button meant they didn't have to do that dumb crap where you'll have like a 2-foot ledge hiding a collectible and you have to find some roundabout way to get to it by dropping off from 50 feet above, taking these obscure little winding paths. No, you could just jump.
Oh, there's a Tomberry here.
Oh.
Wow, the pillar blocked my shot. Better stay away, otherwise I'll knife you.
I don't stand a chance.
Paralyze me.
Yeah. Oh, he also drops really good gear.
Treasure ahead.
Hey, makes sense. They're
So Cactuars and Tomberries drop extra gear. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're probably hidden in every mission.
No doubt.
Or a nice rare drop, and then it's probably how you get the best gear on the higher difficulties. Probably like the god level stuff. You have to 2% drop from the cactar on mission 50.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that door's locked, so we need to find somewhere else. All right. Did we come from that door over there? Or we come from that door?
I was going through this door when you saw the Tomberry, so
Oh, okay.
ran back.
Let's go.
Key to Fate's doors. That sounds dramatic. Oh, that's a short burst. It's like right here, the bodysuit that I'm wearing, that's very cool. Mage gear. Nothing like tight leather pants to say I cast magic.
Yeah, I think your gear is dependent on which job slot you have, so
That's fine.
yeah.
Darkness is so thick. I
Key
can
to
taste it. This is it. No doubt.
No doubt.
Cubes, over there.
Should we
So
take
far,
a
I could
breather?
definitely see that, at least for the very first mission, you don't really have story along the way. I was wondering about that. It's like, did they just want you to play and then like the stories kind of develop to you in bits and chunks or big exposition dumps, or is it going to give it to you alongside the gameplay? And it seems this is the latter.
Like I said, it's Final Fantasy meets Neo, and Neo was all missions with cutscenes in between, so
Honestly,
sure it'll be a lot of
because
that.
that means when I write the script for this, it's going to be easy to do. All right, so we do wear gear in the cutscenes.
Yeah. No, except for me, for some
Except
reason.
for you. How's that
My-
possible?
my- If I had to guess, I probably wear whatever you had your Ash set to,
Oh,
regardless of what my gear says. Because my stats are what my Jack was.
We're here to kill chaos.
The prophecy's very own warriors of light.
He always
the
wore
other
such
person only wears whatever you
splendid
equip on them.
armor.
Oh.
The helmet that was terrifying.
That this is gonna look hilarious in the recap where like we're decked out and for some reason Ash is still in his tank top.
Chaos.
Say the line. Say he'll knock you all down.
Just stand there. Dodge!
Just keep hitting them.
This is how I cast magic.
I can't.
Fist.
And you're doing.
What does it look like?
Oh, I saw you doing the break. He was invulnerable from my attacks.
Darkness does to humans. Keep it alive. Answers. Yeah, maybe. But we know who does it better.
This is putting a damper on our fun, Jack. Think you can help us out?
Cutscene, so this must be the finisher.
Did you see his fist just kind of pass through his armor? Yeah, we did it. All right, good game. Good game, everyone. Roll credits. We didn't kill Chaos, but we killed the guy who's gonna become Chaos. So that's close enough, right? Remember to use your weapon abilities. I still haven't used it for the mage. It's because we're playing on easy mode. We're just slapping through.
Time
All right, give me some story.
Wait. My crystal. It's her.
Yeah, just like before.
Mine's going crazy.
I'm Neon. And not Chaos. Guess I was right.
Huh. Feels like there's a story behind that.
My allies and I set out to rid the land of chaos. But the journey took its toll. One by one, we fell, until only I remained. It was then that I finally realized the truth. Chaos isn't a man, or a monster. Chaos is just a fairy tale. The darkness,
Heck, wearing earbuds.
beasts, this despair that eats away at people's hearts. It's easy to blame a single thing for all of that. It gives people hope to think the
Yeah,
world
he's
can be
definitely
saved
wearing
with a single heroic
earbuds.
deed.
Or
Even if
AirPods.
it's never that simple. So I decided to become a sacrifice. I offered myself to the darkness
Or it could just be
and
a
prayed
Bluetooth
to
mic.
become chaos, hoping some band of heroes would defeat me and thus bring an end to this empty dream.
Bullshit.
Oh. That explains it.
He's out there. I can feel him. I just have to keep looking. I'll find him.
Way weird.
I'm coming to.
For me, Jack's wearing his normal clothes, but looking at the stream, yeah, he's wearing the armor you have equipped on him.
Shall come.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I only count 3 of you.
Meanwhile, Jed's all decked out.
Then show me chaos. Do that, and I might even start to respect you.
Deal.
We better get back to the castle. Wouldn't want to disappoint our patrons.
I'm actually okay with Ash just rolling around with a tank top. Looks more badass that way anyway. Leaving room, continuing in solo play. I'm entering a story event.
Or if I completed the mission too, or if I have to do it as well before I can do the second mission. No, it's letting me go to Cornelia.
Wow. So this is what the city's like. I'd forgotten.
Looks like you're as forgetful as the rest of us.
Am I? I guess so.
We're forgetting things.
Her face is like strangely non-expressive.
I guess it's the price we have to pay
Like
for
her
this
eyes don't
strength.
move.
Attachments to this world will just make it harder to do our duty. It's a mercy to forget.
A mercy, huh?
Next to her name being Neon.
Someone or something must have decided to make it this way. Who was it?
Which is 4 letters.
I forgot.
That is 4 letters.
So.
It's true. She can join the party. That probably was a little Easter egg, honestly.
Hey, Neon. When did you first come here?
Huh. 10 years ago? Although it seems just like yesterday.
Awfully suspicious. Looks kind of like a China doll face with flapping lips. Yeah, it does do that sometimes. Like, the animation is lacking in some places.
That about covers it.
So the throne was empty. Or perhaps you lost heart and fled the shrine.
I mean, you're welcome to go check yourself if you're doubting me. That's right. Eat shit and
You
die.
there. Neon, was it? Do you also bear a crystal?
I think you've seen it before.
Very good. 4 warriors, 4 crystals.
Still black as pitch, though.
Warriors of light are before us at last. As is your right, I will reveal the prophecy of Lucan. In its
Lucan.
entirety.
So yeah, I definitely botched that
There's
name.
more.
When darkness veils the world,
Lucan.
Say that
4 warriors
I mean, it won't be the
of light
first, it
shall
won't be the
come.
last name I butcher.
If they cannot gather the shards of light,
It doesn't change the story.
darkness will consume all. This land is home to 4 crystals.
I like to think that one day they
Fire,
just woke up and they
wind,
found they had laid an egg.
water and earth. The darkness corrupting them
No
causes
rhyme or
fires
reason.
to rage, winds to die, seas to languish, and earth to decay. The people are lost,
Oop,
and
like
scarce
eggs.
little light remains in their hearts.
Right. So you want us to do something about the darkness clouding the crystals.
Indeed. Will you accept?
What about chaos?
Rekindle the light of the crystals, and you shall win the right to claim you've slain chaos.
I don't want to claim I done it. I want to
Will
kill
that not
chaos.
sate your pride?
What are you saying? That chaos doesn't exist?
Chaos is only a tale, passed down from our
Bullshit.
forebears
And
to
he
give
puts on
the
music and
people
walks away
hope.
from him too.
Hope that by slaying the beast in his lair, peace will be restored. You will not find him. However, the
touch my head.
seeds of a new hope have been planted here. Now, a hope we can see. Yes, a hope we can believe in. Jack, Ash, Jed, Neon. Deliver this world from the clutches of darkness.
Well then, if you'll come with me.
Let's see. Oh, that's cool. And it won't load Neon for some reason. Alright. Or I guess she's on the party. Interesting.
So, if you want me to play as Neon, I think you can change who specifically I control.
Reached after crossing
That doesn't
into
bother
the
me.
northern continent. Son,
Let's
the
keep who you
townspeople
want
should
for
have information
cutscenes.
on the crystal's whereabouts.
You get level and gear so quickly that, yeah. I agree with you, Golden Drummer, that honestly probably just better to hit optimize equipment, let the game give you the biggest numbers, and just roll out. Alright, let's see if he says anything useful. If not,
Easy mode.
Go forth, warriors.
Yep,
of
he's
light.
useless. Alright, good stuff.
You
Wonder if these people update.
Be safe, everyone. Go with the crystal's blessing.
Big nope on that.
Thanks.
Oh, he has
By the way,
manners.
Princess, we didn't see anyone who matched your description of Garland at the Chaos Shrine.
I see.
But that means we might find your knight somewhere else.
Sorry, that's all we have.
I do hope he's out there somewhere.
I don't mean to pry, but what was your relationship with Garland? Oh, I get it.
Oh, we got some lore.
Please come back from your journey soon. Go with the crystal's blessing.
Alright, so it is worth checking out NPCs.
Go with the crystal's blessing.
Not always, but sometimes. Is it Final Fantasy IX where Garland reappears? There is a major antagonist called Garland in Final Fantasy IX. But it's not the same Garland that we're currently messing around with right here. It's kind of like Sid, you know? Where they just kind of like recycle a lot of names. 9 had a lot of
there,
callbacks
Jack.
to classic Final
You
Fantasy.
just got back from the shrine, right? The minister paid your room for the night, so why not get some rest?
Grunt
I was hoping
acknowledgement.
you'd say that.
Would anyone hard of hearing understand what Jack was doing there?
Well, I just realized that like, your audio is super high compared to mine. Let me balance that out.
And so their journey begins. And so
Midian X,
their
how's it going,
quest
man? Thanks for
began.
jumping in. I'm playing this for the very first time, but we're just rolling through for the story. But also some co-op action, so if anybody has this on either of the Xbox systems, you can jump in and join me if you want to roll around. Alright, new mission. I think I can... Can I not do this one online? It doesn't give me the option to go online.
The mission level is set at 0, so it's probably just another cutscene.
Oh, okay. Let me save real fast. Haven't saved yet. Oh, it's an autosave system. Okay, got it. It's a cutscene mission? Thank you.
And so their quest began.
This is where they face
As
the
the
edge
four
and the logo
warriors of
Final
light,
Fantasy appears in the
they felt
distance.
overwhelmed by the great task destiny had
And if you
placed
played a
before
special
them.
code, then you actually got to play a
They
little
did
card
not
game.
even know the true significance.
Oh, I
of the
wonder if
four
there's a part of this
crystals they held
game
in their hands.
that's an homage to that one little peninsula
crystals
where
that
you can
once,
just power level
long
because you have
ago,
enemies that are way
held
higher
the
level than you're
light
supposed to
that
get, and it gives you
shone
a ridiculous
so
amount of
pure.
XP.
The time for their journey.
Remaster's got rid of that.
The time
That sucks. That wasn't a bug,
cast
it was a
off
feature.
The veil of darkness and bring the world once more.
Every other version
into
besides the Pixel remaster had it, even if it was a bug in the original.
They did do the little thing where they face the castle in the distance. I love that. See, they had their heart in the right place with this game. Meaning I want to go back, but the bosses are bullshit. I mean, we're doing just a recap footage collection. We're just breezing through on casual mode. So if you just want to sit back, relax, and shoot this shit, then I think you'll find them pretty comfortable. We're just here to have a chill good time. I don't mind not walking on an overworld, honestly.
Huh? What's up with
Oscar,
that?
we need to kill chaos. We have to find chaos.
We have to kill chaos. Chaos.
You're from the castle, aren't you? That's for my dad!
What happened to him?
King commanded him to set sail for the crystals. And he never came back!
You're blaming the wrong people.
And then Jack just says skill issue.
The
Get
king
over
might
it.
have
Get
given your
good.
father the order,
Cope, seethe.
but it was
maul.
chaos that did the deed.
Yeah, but...
Puts on sunglasses, walks away.
Hey, we're here to make sure that never happens again. For all the kids like you who have lost someone. For all of Cornelia.
Say something, Jack.
Where's Mayor Sohn?
He's dead too. Captain Bickey looks after us now.
Captain?
Yeah, he lives in that cave.
This will finally answer a question I've wondered for many decades. How the hell do you pronounce this pirate captain's name? Is it Beak?
Oh, Bick.
Bick? Bickey? It's like, how do you say these names? And that's the thing that people don't get. It's like, when you have these made-up fantasy names, and that, you know, they can go any which way, much less being translated from another language, how the hell do you say this? There's no such thing as a correct pronunciation because these names don't even exist. These aren't real names.
We know it's Bickey.
I do know someone that said it was like BK. BK. Bonky Kong. Alright, now we can create a room. Alright, password is all ones. Used to say Vic, and that probably would have been valid too. Honestly, Vic the Pyro would sound pretty cool. So many games, so little time, I feel that. Oops, I hit start. Can you join mid-mission?
Is that just 111111111?
Yeah. I think you can
Searching
join
for
mid-mission.
Well, your room's not showing up.
Oh, hold on. Let me just hit invite.
Join in.
Alright, so you're in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. There we go. I don't
He's
see
been
you, though.
walking for a while. Is this the cave the kid was talking about?
Ash in a
I don't
second.
see any other
Oh, okay.
caves. Let's head in.
Yep.
There we go.
He does like a flex before you take over. Assuming direct control.
All right.
It's like it basically informing you someone is just possessing him.
Yeah.
Now then.
Let's get ourselves together. A warm welcome.
This'll be a breeze.
Yeah, you get so much gear so quickly.
Stay away from those webs.
That's kind of cool.
is a win. Something's off here. The air feels wrong.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe.
Weird. It feels like I've been here before.
I've had that feeling before. And it's best not to think about it. You won't figure it out.
You paid for DLC, you haven't been able to access due to skill issues.
Right now?
Damn, I also bought this DLC. I hope you could just breeze through it. I hope it doesn't, like, you can only play this on, like, Chaos difficulty. In which case, oh well, I guess I'm just gonna look up the cutscene on YouTube.
Yeah, Franz was saying it's like hard mode only or something.
Is it?
For what's ahead.
Damn, I guess I bought the
Said-
season pass for no reason then. Oh well, I guess take my money. Put it towards Final Fantasy 16, I guess.
More of those cubes. Let's relax for a bit.
Well, I mean, it transports me next to whatever you call it, the bonfire.
Oh,
Even though I was standing right
next
next
come
to
to
it.
the end of it. That's cool. Oh, we gotta go for Black Mage.
Nice. Yeah, monk and oh, I gotta get Dragoon. I only need. Yeah, I only need 3 more job points to get Dragoon.
They aren't known for their nose.
Just treat them like monsters. Get rid of their fangs, knock them out.
You just uppercut a dude and he explodes in a red mist. Sure, you can. Oh, wrong way. So it looks like Neo. It's funny that you say that, because this was made by Koei Tecmo.
Right? Yeah, Koei Tecmo.
I was about to say Bandai Namco, but I'm like, no, it wasn't Bandai Namco. If it was Bandai Namco, it would look straight up anime. We only act anime, but we're not anime.
Yeah, strong enough to strip me.
Amateurs. Thought they could hide in these.
No sweat.
I do like the. Yeah, this big buff Jack. You know, just one goal: kill chaos,
Kill.
punch everything. And you're just like, nah, he's a
Oh,
mage.
that's how they're here.
Yeah, nice.
That looks worth picking up.
Can I use it?
Dynasty Warriors. Honestly, when you play on casual, it does feel like Dynasty Warriors, and at the same time, it feels pretty fun. I feel like this should be played like a power fantasy. Why stress? Why sweat? Just have fun with it. Embrace the meme.
Just find out that, like, to get the true ending, you do have to beat the game on the hardest difficulty.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll worry about that later.
Oh, I'm not saying that's the case. Just that'll be.
Oh, yeah, like, if that is the case, then I'll worry about that later. I hope that's not the case, though. Chad, is that the case? Are the endings different if you play on different difficulties?
Let's go. Let's knock them down.
Seems like the kind of game that has multiple endings.
I kind of hope it doesn't.
Then again, who knows? Maybe the super bosses are tied behind difficulty. You know, you can only do the missions on this level or getting this drop, which only drops on hard mode. Sort of crap.
I feel like
We'll
if you
find
could
out.
just automatically have like Fyra and Firaga. I just love that they just give it to you. It's like, yeah, whatever. You don't have to worry about all this level up shit. Just have fun and blow shit up.
That was quick.
I could do this all day.
You can only get your jobs to 99 on Chaos difficulty. Got it. There's only one ending to the main story, but DLC is different.
Better.
Got it, thank you.
I've never seen anything like this.
These pirates sure chose an odd place for their
I just
hideout.
presumed
those
that I would
cubes?
have to go ahead
I could
and
use a break.
worry about the DLC, but to be honest, I'm not sure. Black Magedu. Black mages cast black magic. Could have guessed. And have the powerful flare spell. Alright, let's change to black mage. Alright, we're back to the dress. So be it. Oh, my screen blacked out again.
Dragoon for me.
I think my Switch might be dying on me or something, or maybe it's the cable that's loose. Alright. How do I do my special attack again? Like your weapon special attack.
Oh no.
I guess mine is just cast spell. How do I cast flare then?
Like that Lightbringer where it was
With Y?
LT plus B, right? When you have enough magic.
Oh, I see. I have a bigger wheel. Got it. That makes sense.
We've got our work cut out for us.
Even though I unlocked Dragoon, it didn't actually unlock in the, for me.
Watch out, something different.
Should be fine.
What should we do now?
Look at this. If I have no MP, I just kind of like flail my arm.
Did it swallow this key?
Poor thing must have been starving. Pirates didn't care for their kitty.
Attack certain body parts to break them.
Duly noted.
We got company.
Time to go to work.
At the same time, this has better executions than God of War Ragnarok. For flare, you need 3 bars. Yeah, I would guess so.
Come out! You have plunder!
This feels like a fun, jolly co-op game, honestly.
Up ahead.
I'm surprised more people didn't get into this.
Seems like yes.
Like it's a gift that keeps on giving. Like, why
It
would
is
I
a
do
gift.
this? I think if I was also a kid, I would love this.
Especially like, is that like split screen co-op back in the day? Playing with a friend. Whoa.
better match.
Because if you're gonna have fun reimagining a game, like, oh yeah, we got a Cactuar here.
Too slow. We need to patch ourselves up.
Look at that ship. Looks very steampunky.
Ready to fly.
Yeah, it just needs a float stone.
I think we could use that.
I'll check it out. Let's see what's inside.
Am I going around in a circle? No, this is new stuff. Okay.
Let's go. Let's knock him down. Webs are everywhere.
Keep it up, everyone.
Oh, we got double orifices.
Let's be the first to welcome these monsters into the world.
Lives will be easier without them.
Honestly, this is a fun, just chill, turn your brain off and have fun game. And it's cool that you have the option of if you want to make it, you know, super sweat and like on your edge, like everything one-shots you, you want a real bite, you could absolutely up it to that and have that experience. I like that you can have the freedom to be as chill or as sweat as you want it to be. To me, that's a good balance,
Take a
good
good
variety.
look, because we're headed right back into the thick of it.
Even said in single player, there's even a casual difficulty that you can select. Even this is too hard.
Otaku, haters will say this has no story, but it's because they made up in their minds before even giving it a chance. Oh, for sure. There are so many people that will just write off video games these days. On one hand, I get it. Oh, let's say, like, am I walking on water? No, we are not walking on water. Why would you give me the option? Oh, because you can walk to this tree. Oh, okay, cool. Or actually, it's not a tree, it's coral, but whatever. Oh, here we go. This is that lore we were talking about. I may have to read a guide on how to get all of these lore bits, because this is backstory here.
Yeah, you can do missions anytime, and...
Oh, you can? That's good to know.
Yeah.
Because I'll definitely have to
Sure,
double check these logs to see Lufenian reports, to see what I'm missing.
Yeah, I'm sure on the highest difficulties you gotta redo missions to grind and get better gear drops.
Oh, no doubt. Read aloud? I mean, do you want me to read it to you? don't know if I'm the best text-to-speech program out there, though, just letting you know. Some people argue that I speak too fast, but I would just argue they think too slow. Justin, hey Oni. Hey, how's it going, Justin? Keep up the good work. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for the encouragement. We're still going at it, 2023, baby. What's different about this year? And if you're on Discord, you already know this, but for everyone else, this year, we're going to try doing a couple things different with the recaps. We're not just going to be recapping video games in terms of just games. We're also going to be doing video game movies, books, and in one case, we're going to do an anime. Although technically, it's movies.
You reviewed a video game book before.
I technically have. I technically already done a book. So doing a book is... But I want to do it more interesting than the way that I did it. I just haven't figured that part out, to be honest with you.
Water magic. Love it.
That's cool. You just totally take the Sahagin and rip it in half. I'm not gonna lie, I find this very fun on the primal level.
Like simple power fantasy.
Yeah, it's like, why not have a power Final Fantasy? Where it's like Final Fantasy, but it is like a Dynasty Warriors. Wouldn't that be cool? Why isn't there a Muso Final Fantasy? Or is there? Is there a Muso Final Fantasy?
There's Dragon Quest.
That's not the same.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like the closest we have so far.
So there isn't one. Got it. Okay, so there's opportunity.
Yeah, I think we get a Monster Hunter clone before a Muso game. That is weird.
Figure. Yeah. How is it we have a Final Fantasy Monster Hunter clone, but we don't have a Final Fantasy Muso game? Alright, am I supposed to go down here? Or did we come from this area?
From that area. I think we're going this way.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct.
We're in front of the ship.
There you go. This'll be a breeze. Let's be the first to welcome these monsters into the world.
Let's nip this thing in the bud, Jack.
Orifice to destroy right here.
Roger that. I'm the official Orifice the Destroyer.
Now let's move.
Official title.
Yeah, player 2.
Yeah.
Player 2, they can't handle it. Ash, he doesn't have the chaotic drive.
Doesn't have the... Oh, it's actually back to the same safety.
Anything following us?
Yeah, no
Oh,
grief,
nice.
no drive. No maidens.
Only Jack.
Enemy spotted.
So close, yet so far.
Oh, Thunder is such a short-range spell, I didn't realize that. You feel alone with the Star Ocean series being a niche title? Well, Solomon, if it makes you feel any better, Star Ocean is less niche than Phantasy Star. Although Phantasy Star Online 2 is still going strong. But Phantasy Star Classic is super niche. But yes, Solomon, I promise you we will do Star Ocean. But I want to finish up a couple more series first.
You've got some stones coming here.
Such as,
For what it's worth, you
well, I was working on it.
pickings.
That is a big hat. I was distracted by the size of his hat.
Aye, to some. Captain, to you lot.
We're looking for the crystals. We were supposed to find the mayor, but I guess he's dead. Looks like you have the run of the town now.
Aye, that's the world we live in, where people have to turn to pirates for guidance. Pure chaos, if you ask me. Chaos.
Did you just say chaos?
Just tell us where the crystals
I'm surprised he didn't get triggered by him saying chaos.
It's poor fool not to love.
Neon only has like one face, but same with Jack. Just always like pissed, like someone just. He's just about to make that green light and it turns yellow, so he has to stop. That annoyed look.
This weapon was forged by the Dark Elves. You ain't seen.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a hook.
More accurate, he had 5 pirates with him.
That's about right.
Actually,
He had a bunch of pirates. There was like maybe 8, I feel like.
whatever the maximum was in the original game.
We're in for it now.
Let's toss him over here.
Dang, I entered the room.
Oh,
I didn't know I left.
there's definitely more than 5 pirates here. They're constantly spawning heads.
Okay. Alright. I guess I was quick to judge. Feel your health is low. Oh, okay, you're still alive.
Are they gonna explain why we could just turn people into crystals and shadow them?
Like I said, maybe we are the 4 fiends.
That's a good point. Can I do a Xenosaga recapitation? Well, you're in luck, Midian. I already did. Just search the Xeno series. I know most people don't call it the Xeno series, but well, some people do. But yeah, you'll find Xenogears and the 3 Xenosagas in there. I just haven't done Xenoblade yet. Xenoblade is going to be a whole big ordeal on its own, for sure.
No.
But what I was going to say is Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts I want to finish up before I start another semi-big series. Same thing for Valkyrie Profile. I only have... Well, it's not technically a dead series anymore because it just came out with a new one, but you know, I still have Covenant of the Plume and Valkyrie Elysium to go through. I haven't even played Elysium yet. I have it sitting right over there. I'm looking right at it.
What kind of deal?
You want the truth of it? Ask him yourself.
This journey might not be a waste after all.
Look up the Lufenian reports on the wiki. I may have to, because I'll probably read the reports, and if there's anything important in the reports, I'll go back and get footage of it for the video. That's actually a pretty good idea. Thanks for the tip. Midian didn't realize whose streams this was. Oh, really? I mean, I guess that's fair. Oh, that's pretty awesome. We got an anima shard. But, you know, it's not like I'm a big YouTuber, so I get that people is like, who the hell is this guy? We're already onto the Dark Elf? Man. But then again, it's not like the original Final Fantasy was that long. You really do just kind of skip from city to city, plot point to plot point. Because with the elves, we went to the Lich, I think, next, right? Yeah, and then we went to the dwarves and then go to the volcano and then fight the, what do you call them? Meriliths. Do we need to do the side quests? Link one ability. Attack type. Okay.
Right. Some jobs require you to master multiple jobs before you can unlock them.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Fire attack combo. Can be set to X or Y. Alright, it seems like I have multiple combos. Oh, here we go. Command abilities. I have something called Ruin. Oh, so you can build a combo in this? Oh, that is so cool. This is surprising depth here. Oh, hold on, I'm a swordsman. So if I do XXY, I'll cast Black Magic? I need to try that out. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'll have to play with that off stream. Because the fact that you can create a combo in this game, that adds a lot more depth, and I really like that. I respect that. Midian, my apologies. No, you don't have to apologize. It's okay.
And we're here. Best gird your loins.
Best gird your loins. My loins are always girded.
How do we get back?
Just focus on
Corey
getting
says
to
no,
Ostos
but in all
with
caps.
Your head on your shoulders. You poor
No to what, though?
sons.
Side quests are not necessary, but they do add to the overall story.
Let's loot this place
Okay.
clean.
Right behind
I'll check
you,
out the
Jack.
side quest then on my own. And it sounds like we're just gonna burn through the main quest then. How many main quests are there? Because we're already in Elf
about
City.
18
18?
hour game.
Oh, okay. Oh, I said 18 missions.
18 hour long. So, but then again, I'm sure that's on normal difficulty.
You ever seen anything like that before?
Castle like this? I bet that's not even the centerpiece.
Okay, I'm messing around. Alright. I probably should have gone down because there's enemies down there.
Up ahead.
Time to go to work.
Don't move again. Probably. Those people?
No. Don't let their looks fool you. They're pure darkness.
And there's no need for mercy. Here it comes! Watch out!
We're getting sloppy.
At least we have time to take a breather.
Treasure, huh?
It's about 18 to 22 hours for average gameplay. Well,
Where
what
there's a
about
lock,
below average
there's a
gameplay?
key.
Resident Evil end times. Gotta say that. Yeah, spent the last year and a half beating the majority of the main games.
Well, 8 is something that I
series.
still have to do on my docket. I still
That
haven't
did
played the
the trick.
DLC.
Let's go.
Like, I
bet
have.
Neither have I.
this is
I
filled
just
with
haven't
secret
done it.
rooms and hidden treasure.
I wonder what riches the king of the dark elves is hoarding.
It's been nice. I've kind of I don't know. I was never too into horror games, so I always put the series off. But it's not nearly as scary as I thought it was going to be. So really enjoyed playing through all the Resident Evil games.
Yeah, because they're basically monster movies, you know.
We got
And
company.
while all of them can be creepy and the emotions can be fun, like it's not gonna be like, oh man, I can't go to sleep anymore. Although, if you play in VR, that's a completely different case. Because VR is very intense.
Keep it up, everyone.
It sounds gimmicky, but like first-person survival horror actually works in VR because it's the same way with a lot of the way certain cutscenes will work. Is that when it looks like they're like looking at you, it doesn't look like they're talking to a character. It looks like they're talking to you, so it's very immersive. And in the same vein, when you have that VR horror, for example, it really does feel a lot more intense because it doesn't feel like the monsters are going after, you know, the character on the screen. It looks like they're coming directly for you. It's very immersive. It adds a completely different layer that's hard to describe. You just kind of have to like feel it out. Because I was very skeptical too, until I put on a headset. I'm like, oh wow, it really is a very different experience. Because even though you know you're playing a game, your brain actually really will get caught up in it. It's surprising. You can whiff on your magic.
It is all aimed.
There.
Yeah, I've never been big into VR. No, I wouldn't.
Oh,
Good
I
answer,
only
but
had
if I
it
ever
because
got the
I
chance,
got a
I'd definitely
headset
try
for
it out.
free. I got a PSVR back when it was it was gifted to me, and played a couple games. It was one of the perks of the job.
Yeah, I mean,
We couldn't use that.
stick with what I said when, you know, I went to like one of the PSVR demo kiosks at a Best Buy years ago, and I'm like, yeah, this is neat, just not $300-400 neat, you know?
Yeah, no. I would not actually pay for it.
Want to be on the receiving end of that.
But I know how excited you are for PSVR 2, especially
Yeah.
playing all your old games.
I know, right?
I mean, yeah, I'll get the PSVR 2 and play Resident Evil 7 on it. It'll be great.
Yeah, I know. Would be nice. Favorite game of 2022? Love the first one. Oh, me too. Like, I actually still have my original copy of Final Fantasy 1. Complete in box, because I took care of everything because I'm a poor kid growing up. So, I took care of all my games.
Yeah, I
Many
had
of
too
them
many
have the
siblings.
original box.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No, you
maybe-
want to see?
Huh?
So you want to see something like terrible? Like I said, I have a bunch of siblings, so everything of mine was wrecked. Talking about Star Ocean earlier, should post my Star Ocean 2 strategy guide on Discord sometime. That thing is in such tatters. It is
That reminds
so hard
me,
to look at.
I need to put up an area where, oops, okay, good, there's no fall damage, or at least not on casual, where I just have been to put up on the, whoa, we just get javelined? Good lord.
Oh, you probably did, I think I got the cutscene. There's a ballistic attacking
there's definitely
us.
a ballista attacking us. I did not get a cutscene though.
I think it's just because I walked in first.
Wonder what's in there.
Well, you're the mage. You can take it out, right?
It's a little outside my spellcasting range. But, no, I need to post on... I think I'm just going to set up a channel for it and just going to be like OBM's yard sale. And honestly, a lot of my old guides, I don't know, like $10 or $20, whatever's closer to market value, I'll mail it out to you. If you even want me to sign on it or something like that, I'll do that for you. But please buy my old junk before I move and have to carry it. How do I get across there?
You moving again?
Yeah, because this was always gonna be temporary. Where I am right now. How do I get over there?
Oh, climb that tower. The first tower you climbed up. You can fall off the side.
The edge. Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here we go. Now we're thinking portals.
Again.
But yeah, I have a whole bunch of guides. Many of them are like the hardcover ones too. And yeah, I wouldn't mind just selling it, and if somebody wants it, if they would think it'd be much better, then I'm cool with that.
Let's see what's inside.
I just, when you go through multiple states with just boxes of books, you're like, I really don't want to lug these around. I had my time to enjoy them. Let somebody else enjoy them. That's kind of how I feel about it.
I'll see what you post on there, and I'll. Who knows? Maybe I'll pick a few things up myself.
I should probably put some of it on Amazon then, just so I can get like Amazon account going. If I want to sell that stuff, like some of my games, some of the older ones. Because I have a bunch of duplicates from when I was much higher of a collector. And I kind of cooled off on some of it because I got a lot of stuff that I want. But I have a lot of duplicates. It's like, okay, this was nice, but this is a nicer version of the same thing I already have. And you're like, I don't really need all that much.
Make me wonder if, like, I use your affiliate link on Amazon and buy something from you. Do you get, like, the affiliate money too?
Actually, that's a good question. I don't know. I should totally see a double tip like that. Wait. I'll call it the Oni Black Mage's Empty Wallet Fund. Please donate to help cover my moving costs.
Like I said, I'm eventually gonna support you in every way you have available.
Solomon, $2, you made this look fun. Awesome. Hey, I'm having fun legitimately, so I believe you two can have fun. You'll buy it for a friend? Awesome, honestly.
Or like you said, if anyone's got this game on Xbox.
Yeah, if you have an Xbox, come in and play
an
it
open
right
slot
now
for a
with us.
third person.
Yeah.
Or at least get it by next stream, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably stream this on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I am going to be out of town at the end of this month, though, for a weekend, so that'll be out. But other than that, yeah, always looking to play with new faces. Because this definitely seems like a fun, like, if you want to play, like, Diablo. Like, if you want to make a super sweat, you can. There's a whole bunch of bullshit deaths. Oh, wow. That dude just sniped me straight off the ladder.
But we're almost there.
I need to make Black Mage my default job. Is there a point to leveling up the weaker jobs versus the advanced jobs?
Probably just unlock more jobs and.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Maybe there's some
the other jobs
and the combat abilities too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's have a look. There's something in this tower. I kind of feel like there might be.
Honestly, I haven't been paying too much attention to the
Oh, there's a griffin
skill
here.
trees. Maybe
There's a griffin.
maybe there's some
queen
permanent upgrades. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to get here so we can charge this together. Thing looks beefy.
Where are you? Over there?
Yeah, I went to the left of the main.
Oh, I see. I see.
Granddad Otaku, your first 2 Final Fantasy games were 2, 10, and 10-2. My first Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy 1. That's always why I find it hilarious when people are like, you're always biased based on your first Final Fantasy game. I'm like, speak for yourself. My first Final Fantasy game was the first Final Fantasy game, and I sure as hell do not feel any particular nostalgia bias against it. There are plenty of better Final Fantasy games than Final Fantasy 1. That probably wasn't any difficulty. Yeah, what are you weak to? How can you tell what it's weak to?
Well, it was weak to axes.
Alright, yeah, that's true. It was weak to violence. So we just exercised it.
Yeah. It was armored, so it was probably strike damage or blunt damage, whatever the damage types are.
Treasury.
Oh, nice.
That Looks worth
What's
picking
the
up.
tutorial?
Use it.
And we got another bit of lore. Ooh, the dark crystals are potent tools. Their powers are many, but most notable is their primary function, to erase memories upon spatial transference and leave naught but an urgent desire in their stead. Okay, this is actually important. It is a convenient way to purge inconvenient truths that may prove contrary to the Master's purposes while simultaneously ensuring their agents carry out their mission. Ooh, sinister. Indispensable, it turns out, as residual memories of the past that linger in this world have a tendency to distract agents and steer them down inconvenient paths. The dark crystals possess many subsidiary functions as well. For one, they serve as temporary storage devices for lost memories. They also seem to attract memory fragments remaining from previous iterations. Lastly, they somehow seem to transcend dimensional paradoxes and remain forever in this world. Of course, I would be a fool not to turn these crystals to my own ends. They must regain their memories. My lost little ducklings have forgotten which way the wind must blow, and I will use any means to turn them, or to give them a gentle push in the right direction. So who is the narrator in this case? Is it
Chaos?
I see. Well, that was actually
Damn right
important lore.
it is.
Oh, we got samurais here? Nice.
This is the one.
Okay. But yeah, it's like I played Final Fantasy 1 and I missed out on Final Fantasy 2/4. Although I had a friend that did play that, and to this day it's his favorite game of the series. I did, however, I was really excited when I saw this issue of Nintendo Power that talked about Final Fantasy 3/6, and even in that magazine they did say, hey, in Japan this is called Final Fantasy 6, we just haven't gotten all the Final Fantasies here. So we already knew about the discrepancy. And by we, I mean me. I meant the royal we.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know till 7.
Yeah, everyone knew about that point it was 7. People's like, how can we get a 7? Did we miss? I'm like, no guys, didn't you know? Actually, yeah, that was young me. Actually, this is Final Fantasy 6 in Japan. And people are like, why the hell do I care about the number in Japan? I'm in America. I'm like, okay, that's a good point. And they showed all the Amano art, and I was like, wow, this is really strange looking art. But when they showcased all the games and like all the different people and how there weren't classes, I was like, oh, this is amazing. I wonder how it's gonna go down. And played 6 on my grandmother's SNES, because I didn't have an SNES growing up, I never did. But I had 2 cousins that did, and my grandmother did, so whenever I visited my grandmother, I had a cousin who did have Final Fantasy 6, and so I got to play some Final Fantasy. I'm not going to play the whole game, obviously, but I got to play some of it. And I was like, this is really cool. And it wasn't until I got the Game Boy Advance version, which incidentally is the best version of the game still to this day. I can't believe Pixel Remasters ignore that.
Original mobile version.
And of course, when I was, playing with emulation, which was something popular all the cool high school kids did, and I played the OG version on SNES emulator back in the day, I was like, this is really good. Sniping me on the ladder, how dare you?
Yeah, 6 is my favorite Final Fantasy.
So
Although I'll never understand why, like when I was a kid, I didn't I could never understand how to do Saban's combos. I didn't really understand like rocking the D-pad to get the circle
yeah, yeah.
motions.
So it turns out you don't have to necessarily do that. You could just do directional input. It accepts either.
Yeah, well, I had like one of those third-party SNES controllers, like a turbo one, and it actually like it had like the 8-button for the D-pad, so I could literally hit it and go diagonal, and I would just like slowly try to do that, and it wouldn't work because back then I still thought you had to hit the inputs directly, and so Saban never did any moves other than like the 2 or 3 he had that don't actually require circular motion on the D-pad.
Back to business.
Yeah, he was always on my main team every time.
Alright, so we destroyed all the turrets. What do we do now?
Since we gotta go somewhere to the left. So
oh yeah, over here.
Figure out a way to get there. Yeah.
Were we going there originally?
Yeah, maybe we were.
I think we were going there originally. I think we were on the right track.
And we just turned back to take out the turret.
I mean, I did. But I just kept going in the wrong direction. No surprise.
Yeah, it would be weird to have to backtrack. Only there should have been a cutscene. I mean, maybe there was, and I didn't see it. Of you just punching that turret to death.
I did get a scene of me blowing it up because I had the sphincter on it. Yeah, okay, we do go this way.
Okay.
See what's inside, Jack.
But between that and I did eventually have a friend that had an SNES, and I got a chance to play not just that but also Chrono Trigger, and absolutely loved Chrono Trigger. Still to this day, I think it's one of the best RPGs ever made. And not even through like nostalgia, even like it still holds up to this day in terms of like storytelling and combat ideas that many people still to this day are trying to replicate. Even on the indie scene, people are still trying to copy Chrono Trigger unsuccessfully.
Okay. Coming out this year, what was it called, like Sea of something?
Sea of Stars has been coming out for like so many years.
Yeah, I mean that one, and then even Final Fantasy, or even Square Enix keeps making a bunch of side games with the Chrono Trigger battle system.
And it's funny because it's just an evolution of the Mana system, because it was originally a Mana game. All right, we have an elevator, and we also have like the door we're supposed to go to. Let's go to the elevator.
Oh. Yeah. Let's take the side path.
Yeah.
Come on, don't they know how to Dark Souls? It's just supposed to be some pressure plate in the center.
Yeah, and that's why to me it was always hilarious when people, when they did play Final Fantasy VII, and they were like, "Oh, what's this Final Fantasy?" It's like, you never heard of Final Fantasy?
I don't stand a chance.
And to them, like even back in the day, I always thought like Final Fantasy VII was just like okay, because like I don't know, I kind of played better. It's not as good as Chrono Trigger. And so it was always hilarious when I see some people just gasm over 7 when I was like, it's good, but like I've seen better storytelling. And they're like, oh, the music is so amazing. I'm like, yeah, Square Enix has really good composers under their belt. You'll learn that. It was fascinating for me because I was only the only friend among my group that ever played RPGs, and so it was always really difficult to kind of convey that of like, okay, we have these big worlds, these really large dramatic narratives, these many cases, variety cast of characters, and large musical scoring. Like all that was kind of becoming normalized, and to see people come into the fold for the first time, it was kind of weird, to be honest with you. And it's unfortunate because as much as I try to warn them, when Final Fantasy 8 and 9 were coming out, I tried telling people, no, you don't understand. Every Final Fantasy is different and standalone. They're like, why would they call it Final Fantasy 8 if it's not a sequel to 7? Like, I understand that logic, but I'm telling you, they are not sequels. And everyone's like, that would be stupid. And it's like, okay. And it wasn't a sequel. Imagine that. We've only done this 6 times. Imagine the 7th being the same case. They're like, wow, you called it. It's like, yeah, I know. I have this amazing ability called pattern recognition. It's my superpower.
If only you knew. If only you knew back then. You could have been like, no, if they're going to make a sequel, they're going to call it, you know, that number 2.
And well, that was just it. And I was like, they don't make sequels. They don't make numbered sequels at all. And this was important because when Dirge of Cerberus came out, I was like, oh wow, they made a sequel, and it's really different. And I've said this before, but Dirge of Cerberus was hilarious because between that and Advent Children, like, people didn't know Vincent existed because he was a secret character in 7. So for a lot of people, Yuffie and Vince were like, who the hell are these guys?
Let's make like the first like spin-off sequel, whatever, of Final Fantasy 7. Have it focus on the characters nobody knows. Oh, I liked Dirge of Cerberus. It had a lot of problems, but it was still a fun little shooter.
And then when Final Fantasy X-2 came out, I was like, okay, I stand corrected. They do actually they can actually make numbered sequels, and that was the first one. And wow, it was very different. To this day, though, I still think X-2 has the. Oh, this was another thing too. People kept calling it Final Fantasy X, and we're like, it's a Roman numeral. They've always been Roman numerals. Like, yeah, but it's X. I'm like, yeah, and X means 10. Point still stands. And X-2, though, people just like Final Fantasy, I mean, just like this one, they took one look at it, judged it by its cover, and they're like, it's a stupid girly game with J-pop and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna play it. I don't play girl games.
Did they lie to us?
And turns out it was a pretty fun game, and in my opinion, it's the best version of the class swapping system, like the job system interpretation, and that was very, very good. Still is very, very good. Dress gear system is great.
Best ATV battle system.
Yeah,
but
the
it's
ATV
just so
system,
fun
I
and
really do
fast.
feel like it was the best among all of the two.
I wonder if I can break the bosses, or if it's like the orifices where only Jack can do it.
I wonder.
Well, let's see. We'll get his break gauge down. I'll give it a shot. Weakness is axe again. Oh, well. Not really a surprise. Jack just has to do everything.
Yeah, it's a. Man, I blocked that. I still took a ton of damage.
The Dark Elves?
First, we gotta crack it open. Let's start with that helmet. Is that all you got?
Man, the whiff on that fireball, brutal. It's a duel on. What is this, Final Fantasy 14? We got the little light gates here. Video games
the
and the
helmet's
world. This
turned
game is
off.
totally awesome for prequel to Final Fantasy 1. This game is a really good, awesome version
Only
of it.
Jack can
Though it's a
fight like
prequel.
that.
Wink,
Glad
wink.
to see he's back. Took long enough.
What?
Damn it, I am wearing the mask in the cutscene. I don't want to wear the mask. Oh well. That's part of the game experience too.
Bravo, Jack. And a round of applause for Jed Ash. And Neon, of course.
You know who we are?
I'm a dark elf, you see. And we dark elves...
Just tell us about the crystals.
Shut up. Tell me about chaos.
That's all I want to know.
I don't care.
Good, good. Those who are to forge the future mustn't be concerned with trivialities.
We get to visit Erdrick's grave.
Hmm. My castle is here. Make your way through this forest until you reach a tower. At its zenith, you will find the Wind Crystal. The journey will be perilous, but I suspect that doesn't come as a surprise.
100 servings. Happy 2023. Happy 2023 back to you.
Just one. Is it true you made a deal with Chaos?
No, but you will. Chaos, darkness given form, given purpose.
But these days, it's always hard to tell somebody. I mean, Final Fantasy's great. There's only 50 games in it.
Can they be restored?
Yeah, I always wanted to do back on. I used to make like top 10 lists on GameFAQs, and like they always had as like one of the banned topics was top 10 Final Fantasy games. And they're like, well, there's only like a few, only a little over 10 games. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I just forgot.
Even back in like 2005, there were at least 25 Final Fantasy games.
Yeah. And honestly, there are so many Final Fantasy games these days that my top 10, like half of them wouldn't even be the mainline series.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Chaos. That elf seems awfully suspicious. Oh, that's a cool looking cape. Oh, it's for the Marauder though. I guess they have canon jobs. Interesting. Ash can now select the monk job, Jed the thief, and Neon is the red mage. I guess that's the canon. The canon setup is warrior, monk, thief, and red mage. I never used the thief. I had a friend who was like, "But the thief gets 100% like runaway chance." I'm like, "Why would you run away from a fight? Why don't you just kill everything in front of you?" And you also didn't need a white mage. It's just buy 99 potions. Why do you ever need a white mage?
In the original game, so many items could do all the spells for no MP cost.
Yeah. It's like, I have a helmet that casts Cure 2. Why do I need a white mage?
And even then, the red mage can cast enough of the healing magic if they can't cast the best stuff.
In the later versions, when the red mage got haste, that was like the only reason to have him. Is so he could haste everyone else and just let the black mage keep blasting. That's a look. All right, I'm ready. Dimension 13 is a strange place crafted and governed by a system of divine machine. Oh, I actually want to read that. Like, what the hell is Dimension 13?
feel like it should be spelled as Roman numerals.
Chaos exists. I knew it. I told you.
Confirmation bias. Chaos. Huge honking tower shield.
I've been here before too.
So you know where to go.
Not really. It's just a vague sense.
We got big bugs here. Let's see if they burn. They do.
Hit him hard!
Let's go. Let's knock him down.
I found the jump button.
Wait, you did? Oh, that's Dragoon Jump. That's not the same thing.
What's that shining over
Actually, what is that shiny thing up there? Oh, it teleported me. Or did oh, wait.
Whoa, that thing changes the weather.
Yeah.
Hitting it changes the weather?
Force is
Interesting.
different.
Oh no, this shiny thing that you touched.
Grow so fast.
Yeah, it's anything I touched.
I'm gonna say I was smacking a shiny thing. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, it looks like it created a bridge with the rain.
Yeah. Mechanics.
Watch out. Sometimes nature gets warped, corrupted, and turns into this.
What is it?
When unnatural power is fused with the natural world, it becomes a source of darkness.
You're full of surprises.
It's just something I heard.
It's like it just breaks the elementals like a beach ball.
Careful! Like a man.
I kind of hope that they continue making weird-ass interpretations and reimaginings like this. Like, get creative. Ignore all the people that are saying, oh no, we want super serious, super dramatic, photorealistic, ultra dramatic, going for the Emmys video games. I'm like, you know, you can just have a sense of humor and just go with the flow, you know? It's not so bad. Just relax and have some fun. It's okay. Nobody's gonna think you're less of a gamer for doing that. Did I just go back in a circle? Or is this new?
I fought these guys before. So.
The fire isn't spreading anymore.
Because man, this the people that are like, all games must be art. It's like, games can be art, but not all games have to be art. Some games can just be for fun, you know? It's not that crazy of a concept, it's not that deep.
Art can just be lighthearted. It could just make you feel good.
And if we go with the interpretation that art reflects reality, then, or art reflects life or whatever, then, you know, part of life is having fun too. You know, it's also part of life getting over yourself.
I mean, I feel like DeviantArt has shown us that you don't always have to be serious to be art.
That's true. I know for a fact I think I'm going in a circle.
Stay in formation. Out of focus.
I found the way. Fight another Griffin Queen.
How do I get to where you are? I'm gonna change the weather.
I don't know.
Because while it's absolutely enthralling to have games as like a discussion or as a creative medium, to where we can absolutely learn things, convey messages, and all that sort of stuff. At the end of the day, don't forget that they're also there. Like, you can just have fun with it. And at the same time, a game that's just throwaway junk food garbage, that also scratches an itch. Not all games should be throwaway junk food garbage, but it's not so bad if one is. Okay, going underneath the waterfall.
It's like
get through this. Oh, I can't.
It's like you can have Citizen Kane, but you can also have Die Hard. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the reasons why we can't really seem to have this is just a very large generational sweeping overgeneralization. But it's as I rattle my cane and shake my fist at the clouds and I go, this is why we can't have comedy movies anymore, because modern society somehow is anti-joke. Alright, I finally caught up to where you are.
Good. Even on casual mode, this thing's hard to fight by yourself.
Hurry before there are more. Can't take much more.
Alright, resist lightning.
Really? How does something with metal armor resist lightning?
That was my first thought. Resist arrow. See that ice. Resist ice.
Fire seems to do neutral damage.
Oh, it's weak to just slapping it. Amazing. Just beating it to death with a club apparently it's weak to. Go figure. So I guess it's just magic resistant. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. Like I said, the plate armor, strike damage.
And at the risk of sounding pretentious, people also need to realize that it's okay that you like a bad game. Like, a game can be critically panned. A game can just be like, this is really bad, or like very cheap, or like this is not very good, like this is junk food. And you need to realize that if you still have fun with it, that makes it it's a good enough game. But just because it's not a good game doesn't mean you can't like it or have fun. It's okay. Like, don't overthink it. It really doesn't matter what other people think about your opinion about playing a video game. Seriously, life is bigger than that.
I see some cubes over there.
I could use a break.
So the people on...
I know, tell us people on the internet who
I
need validation from strangers on what video games they like. Especially with how common like video games are these days. It's like there are hundreds of games you will never get around to playing, ever. It's okay that somebody likes that game you will probably never play, because that's true for thousands of games by the time, we get to like 50 years from now. There are going to be more games forgotten than games played in your lifetime. It's okay. The people that have the time to just stop and argue about stupid shit like that, it's just, man, imagine having that much free time to just waste your time arguing about one video game, when there are so many dozens of video games that you can be like enjoying instead of wasting your time arguing about just one. It's weak to Quake? Ah, thank you. I did not try that. I will try that next time. Because what's good, obviously, beauty is the eye of the beholder and all that. But, oh, there it is. Walking right past it. Like, I've given my trifecta, which is, if you fit one of these things, then you're good. But just because something may or may not be good doesn't mean you can't like it. It's okay if you like something that's not that good. It's okay. To me, if a game is fun, fascinating, or fulfilling, then it's a good game. It just needs to hit one of those. If it hits none of those, and it's a boring, worthless, waste of time, then I don't think it's good. Not every game, like, I think that every game is somebody's favorite game, because somebody sure as hell took the time to make it. But I don't necessarily think that every game should be good. It's okay to not have good, because if you play a bad game, it makes you appreciate the good games even more. It's like you need to diversify your diet. People think, oh, I only have time for bangers, you know? You will get over yourself, because the world of gaming is bigger than that, and you don't know any different because all you do is listen to what other people tell you bangers are. So how do you even know what's good? You don't. You're going on somebody else's
just nice
vicarious opinion. Which is always so
and also,
funny
sometimes
to
a
me.
bad game is... Yeah. Sometimes a bad game is just a nice palate cleanse.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you get to just, especially when playing with friends, you're like, oh, yeah, this is terrible. You get to laugh, have a good time.
Like, you have a good experience.
Like,
and the game helped facilitate that. It doesn't make the game any better, but
yeah,
it doesn't make it any
yeah,
worse.
it doesn't justify what's wrong with it.
Yeah. Like, I can be like, this game has a bad story, or this game has terrible combat, or this game, oops, that was a hole.
We both fall.
And you can climb down this ladder, too. Or actually, we probably can once we change the weather.
Yeah, it's probably like make it winter or something.
Now we have a way back.
We'll use this to get back.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, turn back on the sun, then we can probably climb down this hole. Yep, we
Yeah.
can climb down the hole now.
Right.
Because people have fun in different ways. You know? Just like people find humor so very different. People laugh at different things. People have fun for different things. People feel sad about different things. Oh, that was a song. Good. Either way, the opposite thing is trying to waste your time convincing somebody else of something that is as subjective as a video game. It's like if somebody, I always use the sandwich analogy. If I like peanut butter and jelly and someone else doesn't like peanut butter and jelly, why the hell am I wasting my time trying to convince them to like peanut butter and jelly when I could just ask them to try a different sandwich? Or so what if they don't like peanut butter and jelly? They'll order something else. You know, they'll order grilled cheese or a club sandwich, and we move on with our lives.
Maybe I was alone. Maybe not.
I used to also, join the internet crusades and argue people and feel smug about oh, I defeated this person with my opinion on the internet. I sure told them. No, you didn't. They didn't care. And honestly, neither should you. But it's okay. Every generation figures this out eventually. It's like, you'll get there.
I would love to see that work though. You start talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I didn't care for the game, so I'd somehow convince you that it was bad. That you just somehow completely change your opinion on it. I would love to see someone actually able to do that. Oh, you enjoyed something? No, you didn't.
Besides, I think if people just kind of reached out over and communicated with each other about what they like about certain games, I think they'll find they have more in common than not.
Let's have a look.
It's like music. It's like you can force your friend to listen to this song that you like, but if they don't, that doesn't mean that they hate music or they have bad taste in music. It just means it's different. What's the big deal?
Perfectly healthy beer.
I need to use
You need your opinions validated.
I know. People who need their opinions validated, I already answered my own question.
Got company.
Come on, follow me.
I think it's just a lot more common when it is strangers on the internet, because there is you
Which
know,
is really more the symptom than the
no-
disease. Because, oh, we got lores here. I'm gonna have to check this lore later. If you see more orange
We're out of
balls on the
battle.
ground, let me know. Or just pick them up. I don't know if you pick up something, if it counts for me for lore.
I don't know.
Because let me tell you something. One of the least persuasive ways you can be with someone is shoving your opinion down their throat.
Warm welcome.
Believe it or not, that doesn't work very well with a lot of people. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, it always works so well when people try doing that on your Discord.
Oh well. If you ever join my Discord, anybody in chat, which by the way, I have a Discord. If you ever, I hang there pretty much constantly. If you ever want to talk about whatever, just comment on either weird rants that I go on. You can talk about whatever, but you got to be able to back it up too if somebody challenges you. I love the art of debate. Link to the Discord is in the description below, I think. It should be, at least.
Hey, Neon, remember you said if we met Chaos, you'd start respecting Jack?
Huh. Did I?
Yep.
Sorry, he's right.
Does Jack remember?
I do now. Thanks.
Any chance you could forget that?
What does that sound like Waterscape just playing? Well, it's very similar. Wouldn't surprise me if the composer is the same.
We need to patch ourselves up.
Another weather thing. I wonder if I turn the rain on, if it just instantly drowns you.
Please don't. I wonder who's like, yes, Daddy, shove your opinions down my throat. Lots of people. Well, it's funny that you say that, but you're kind of right. There are plenty of people that actually are like, I can't be bothered to make a decision about this because there are too many options. And when you have too many options in front of a consumer, they tend to not make any decision. So a lot of people can easily be persuaded with what's called the expert fallacy, which is XYZ person seems like an authority, and therefore I'm going to defer to their judgment to save myself the time of having to think about it or research it or waste any of my time trying it out myself. I'd rather just have somebody else who I believe knows what they're talking about on this go ahead and just make a decision for me, and I can live with that result. And you wonder why IGN is still, keeps going on. It's like, it's a meme. People make it on IGN all the time, but people do really respect their authority. And they also have exclusive to a lot of information. So a lot of people, your average person who doesn't, take the time to really listen to a lot of different, they don't pay attention to like the trailers or the industry showcases. They don't watch interviews. They don't care about the game industry news. They just I want a big authority to just sort it out for me. Tell me what's worth my time. Tell me what's not worth my time. And they're not going to second guess them. There's absolutely a market for it. Even if you tell them, oh no, don't believe them, believe this other rando person on the internet, that's not really persuasive.
Yeah. No. Like you said, it's just sometimes it's easier.
Yeah. You would be surprised how much people are willing to sacrifice for the sake of convenience. That has always historically been true. Convenience carries a lot of weight with people.
That's how fast food has thrived all these years.
Oh, exactly. People are willing to pay a premium for convenience. Always have been, and they will continue to be. Oh, we got a Cactuar here. Are Cactuars weak to anything in particular? Nice, good stuff.
Now we've got an easy way back.
See anything following us?
Let's get ourselves together.
Oh, we got a thing up here. Oh, come on, game.
Getting desperate.
And that's why perspective matters. You know, not to pre-qualify or be judgmental, but everyone has different experiences when it comes to games. That's why sometimes when somebody's like, oh, XYZ game has like the best, I don't know, action I've ever seen, and you're like, excuse me, have you never played blah blah blah? And yeah, that's very valid. It's like they probably haven't played blah blah blah. It's a big wide world of games, and every single year we have more and more examples of blah blah blahs. That's not the technical term, but it could be. I'm an authority, just trust me, bro. Alright, we got another Griffin. I hear that Quake is weak.
It's not saying weak, it's saying either resist or...
How long finding this shadow over here. There we go.
What should we do now?
Oh. You killed it too fast with violence for me to find out. We'll just stick with what we know.
It didn't say, I was hitting it with Quake, it didn't say it was weak, so...
Yeah. Oh. Also, another thing people get too caught up on is game sales as like the only metric of success. Because don't get me wrong, game sales are a metric of success, but one number doesn't tell the whole story. When somebody tries to tie a metric, just one metric, to determining as like a widespread, like, oh well, this game sold very well, therefore it must be very good. That in itself is incredibly flawed logic. Is this a super boss or something, or is this just the boss?
Boss. But I do have an idea for you. If you want, for cutscene purposes, to have Jack in his normal clothes, you could probably set your second job to have all the basic equipment and just switch to it when you do the final blow.
Nah, I'm okay, because honestly, wearing goofy outfits is part of the experience.
That's fair.
Yeah, I've gotten over that. It's like, if you're in a looter game, you need to show off the loot. I was already misinterpreting things, where it's like, ideally, yes, I would like to have just vanilla, like, default stuff, but at the same time, this is a looter game. Why don't we show off the loot?
It's ridiculous, but it's possible.
Yeah. I'm not gonna, you know, climb myself up, but yeah.
It sounded like Final Fantasy 13, the background music.
I mean, Final Fantasy 13 had great music. Nothing wrong with that.
It did. Yeah, not saying anything about that. I'm just saying it just sounded like very Final Fantasy 13.
It sounded like Sun with Waterscape. Which just goes to show you how memorable it is that people remember the name of it. Which one of you is Chaos? Answer me.
Wonder if one is weak to one element and the other to a different one.
Well, I cast lightning. It'll do damage.
I'm just gonna keep jumping.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, it's losing control and fast.
Let's stamp this thing out.
Get hit and it's gonna hurt. We got this.
I'm trying to get Fear off. Ghost. I still popped up with crystals.
That's all?
You're just walking off.
Wait
Not
up!
chaos, on to the next. But yeah, we wouldn't have much of an internet be an interesting place if we didn't have internet outrage every 2 weeks about some travesty or controversy or meltdown or riot. It'd honestly be a very boring place, so. Ooh, the Rod of Wisdom.
True.
Nice. And a caster coat. That looks pretty cool, actually.
Red Mage. Oh, nice.
Alright, I'm gonna take a very quick break. I didn't realize we didn't take a break this entire time. I was so swept up in the pace of this game so far. Gotta take a very quick break. Everyone grab some water, get a stretch. We're probably gonna go for a little bit longer, like 30 or 25 more minutes, and then that'll be it for the night. Pretty good debut stream, I'd say. But I'll be right back.
Let's do it.
And we're back. Hey Shadows, I must kill Chaos. Exactly. We keep trying to, but he just keeps not being here. Just killing everything else until we can kill Chaos. Nova, have you visited the smithy yet? Was there a smithy 2 visit?
Mission select menu.
Discovered in Dimension 3. So we got some multiverse stuff. Multiverse seems to be a very trendy thing right now. A lot of multiverse stories going on. Including Final Fantasy VII, apparently.
Lots of bats.
Though really, ever since Final Fantasy IV,
Wherever it
the
is,
after
we
years,
better
Final
get there
Fantasy's always
first.
had a multiverse.
Asto said there'd be a
Other games
crystal
could
at the
have.
top of the tower.
Could have had one
Where there's
too.
a crystal, there's chaos. Come on.
And potentially something like Air Guys. Could have had a multiverse too.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between having like a multiverse and like a cameo / Easter egg.
Yeah.
Oops, did it? Did it bring you over here when I did that?
Let's go.
Interesting.
Let's knock him down.
It teleports me. Even if I'm literally standing right next to you.
You can talk to villagers. I might do that on the off. On my own, since apparently I could do this just whenever. I like that you can leave chests in the middle of battle. They sound like you must not be in battle in order to kick open this chest and take whatever's in it. It appears to be stuck.
Warm welcome.
This'll be a breeze.
Getting desperate.
There was something else I wanted to say earlier when I was just rambling. And it escapes me right now.
Internet rambling.
Yeah, but
You know, are people just learning about good games?
well, I guess getting caught up in like what is a good game. Like if you, to me, it's good enough if you just say, I like this game for XYZ reasons. That's good enough. To me, if you don't understand why you like something, I don't know. I think just the emotional, like, I like it because I feel like I like it. Why do I need to overthink it? Because if you don't actually understand why you like or dislike something, you're really not thinking critically enough about yourself. You're not really reflecting or even understanding yourself. And if you don't want to take time to understand yourself, I mean, that's on you. It's your life to live, but I think you can benefit a little bit more from that. You can kind of learn more about yourself by discovering more about your limitations on what you like and what you don't like. Oh, Cactuar. Because, man, I just think it's so underwhelming if somebody's like, I like this. Well, why do you like this? Well, I don't know. Okay, well, if you don't know, who am I supposed to ask? You know? You're not very interesting if you don't even understand, like, a little bit more about yourself. You're probably that boring person where if you go to an interview, they're like, oh, tell me about yourself. And you're just like, you just give the most boring generic responses, and then you wonder why they don't hire you. Because a lot of people are more interesting than they give themselves credit for. It just usually takes somebody on the outside to observe. Like, it's always easier to just kind of look in the lens of others than yourself. And I guess what's the most frustrating part is people consistently underselling themselves. I don't like that. A lot of people are better than they think they are, I think is the nicest way I can put it. But sometimes, oftentimes, they're their own biggest enemy.
This will bring us
You know,
back
they
down.
have useless thoughts,
Should we
or
go
they
back
get
and
distracted
prepare?
by others, or they get too caught up arguing about video games and a waste of time, instead of just taking time to enjoy or facilitate what they know they like.
Looks like it hurt.
They would rather get stuck in the mud than keep moving forward. Oh, we got a big boy here. Let's see what you're going to do. It is not fire. It is not ice. It is not thunder. Ouch. God, this camera is terrible. When you're indoors and you're fighting a wall, man, this feels like a real Souls experience.
How then? What should we do
Nice. Oh wait, hold on, we got a weird look around thing here.
What do you think this is?
I bet we can use it on that pedestal.
Okay.
Cube.
Yeah. Kalama, is this fun so far? Worth buying at a discount? I would definitely say. Shadows, I had no idea this game was co-op. Yeah, honestly, when I learned it was co-op, I was like, oh dude, we're absolutely co-oping this. I'm playing this on Xbox, so if you have an Xbox Series or Xbox One, then you can totally go in. It's unfortunately not cross-platform, which I think is stupid, but it is still at least cross-gen, so if anybody has it on Xbox, they can join in as well. The more the merrier. But yeah, if you want to get it at a discount, this is absolutely a fun game, especially with friends. And if you want to put it up, like, we're playing it on just casual because I just want to get the story and the cutscenes for footage. This will be a future recap. But if you want to absolutely sweat, this was made by the same people who made Neo, so they absolutely can put your ass to the iron if you really want a challenge. But I don't care about that. We're just here to chill and have fun. Ooh, I can unlock Dark Knight from Black Mage or Sage. I think I'm gonna go with the Sage.
Yeah, someone in the chat was saying Sage is OP.
Yeah. I think Nova mentioned that. I got it full price, thought it was worth it. I actually got this during a sale. Only because I knew I wasn't gonna play it immediately.
That thing reflects magic. I think I know
Oh my god, that thing knocked me off the edge while I was reading. Rude.
Path is just.
Oh my god, I got knocked off again.
How are you going? Oh, you probably gotta attack that crystal over there.
Not dead yet.
I want to attack this fire elemental that's shooting me. Throwing fireballs at us. F this guy. There we go. Get wrecked.
We need to patch ourselves up. Like a man. It's over.
I'm out of magic.
Let's see what's inside.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any sort of archer character, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the
There we
giant weird cannon thing. Of course.
And now it's not attacking. Okay. Attacking a magic prism with an elemental attack will cause it to fire a laser.
I don't have an EMP.
Same here.
Damn it,
so...
Jed, do something.
Use his whatever it is on the D-pad. See if he'll do something. Like left or right
I
on the
am.
D-pad.
He's just looking at it. I'm targeting it. I'm telling Jed to do something, and he's not doing anything.
Okay. Something we're missing on how to a way to regen MP. I mean, I guess we're probably not far from the.
Oh, actually, yeah. Let's go back to the save crystal and just restart.
Yeah. That's probably best solution.
All right. Let's try this one more time.
We got company.
Come on, follow me.
Should just let the fire elemental.
Yeah, we should have just had the stupid fire elemental shoot it at it. Oh my god, I can't believe.
I mean, that's probably why.
I didn't realize it was supposed to be a puzzle. I thought it was to just smash it. Like, this game has puzzles? The depth. Look between platforms for glittering invisible platforms. Interesting. Okay. Keep an eye out. Oh, I wonder if they have Warmech in here. They have to. They have all the other major enemies.
They not.
Yeah, how could you not have Warmech? The iconic super boss that started the super boss thing. I fell off the edge. I was looking for secrets. So apparently if you see glittering things in between the platforms, there's a secret path. Oh, like this. That's sort of glowing. Got it.
I'm scared. Jack, hold me.
Don't look down. Eyes forward.
Enemy spotted.
Come on, follow me. Time to go wild.
It resists Quake. Whoever told me that in chat is wrong.
Arrow do extra damage?
Arrow did no extra damage. It's just resistant to magic. You just have to use weapons.
I thought it said weak when you use arrow. I'd try that again next time.
Okay, I'll try it again. No Mercy, playing this currently too. Repetitive. Kill monsters, optimize gear, kill boss, do it again. Yeah, well, it's fun with friends, I can at least say that. If you just want a co-op game to just chill out with friends and slay out, there we go. I'm mostly doing this for the story though. This already struck me as a hack and slash game to begin with, so I kind of figured what I knew what I was setting myself up for. I don't want to be dismissive and say, well, it's a Koei Tecmo game. But I could just say, well, it's a Koei Tecmo game. Sometimes you just want to slay out. Okay, guy.
Gotta keep our heads
Standing there watching the enemy hit me.
If we can breathe, we can fight again.
Yeah, clearly didn't put a lot of work into the AI for the NPCs.
Oh, I can say things like thank you. I didn't even know. It's like, there's a chat in this game? What? I guess when you're playing with randos.
Yeah.
I gotta slow down.
What do you think, Jack? Do we keep going?
No Mercy love Final Fantasy games, but this seems like a PSP remake. A remake of what? They didn't release too many PSP Final Fantasy games, to be honest with you. Alright, I'm gonna try Arrow. I accidentally cast Flare. It resists Flare, by the way. Oh, I can revive myself with a Phoenix Down. I didn't realize we could have that. I wasn't even paying attention to my health. That's on me.
I was wondering what those little icons were.
Okay, so it resists Arrow. It resists everything, honestly. Just beat it up.
I don't know what it was getting hit with that was weak too.
Dissidia, by the way, is like the main one the PSP was really known for, besides, of course, Crisis Core. Like, when it comes to iconic Final Fantasy on the PSP, it's Dissidia and Crisis Core.
Weird. I feel like
And
I've
I think
climbed this
Duodecim
tower
was
before.
also on the
Or
PSP as well,
was it a
if memory
different
serves.
tower?
This
I
place
think both the
plays
first
tricks
two
on the eye,
Dissidias were on there.
Makes you see
And yeah,
things
besides the
that
port
aren't
jobs,
really
of course, but you know, whatever, we don't count those.
Can't trust
There's a
anyone.
million and one Final Fantasy ports. So long, eh, Bowser?
monsters. All you got? Let's crush it.
Do extra damage to the servant to come out of the fight. Take that. I'll take care of him. Wall mouth. Was talking in terms of graphics and style. Oh, I see, I see.
We should be fine here.
I could keep going.
It doesn't look like it was made specifically for PS5.
Let's go.
PS4 and Xbox One version.
I always find that very interesting. It's like, what do we really regard made for? Like, I think people talk about like when visual fidelity, but at the same time, there are games made on the PS2 that look better than games that are made for the PS5 these days. Because it's not necessarily the fidelity that matters. It's the art style that matters more, because if you think visual fidelity is all there is to a video game, you're missing out on a lot of artistic creativity. I find that a very slippery slope when it's said a game looks like it was made for a specific platform. I believe you mean since they're going for like a semi-realistic art style that you feel they could do better. In which case, sure. But there was a budget assigned to this game for sure. They knew the crowd that this was intended for, and they just kind of went with it. But if you were to say this could run on like less powerful hardware, sure. I mean, this is a cross-gen title, so do keep that in mind.
Yeah, perfect. And say we made a Switch version too.
Am I supposed to cast something on this?
I found a super path, grabbed a couple extra treasures, so
I got the little.
let's go right.
Oh, there's a secret path somewhere? I opened up, I shot a beam, and I got a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see like a whole bunch of like platforms with no bridges you can drop down to.
Oh, I see.
And I also unlocked the elevator. So. I think I did. Nope. I think it's because I didn't actually take the elevator down. It's not working. Alright.
Are you sure we weren't down there already?
You didn't see a treasure chest? Oh, I opened the treasure chest, so the loot should have just been sitting in front of it, as well as that purple orb, which I don't know if that's predetermined loot or whatever.
Could also
or
be
just
lore.
A rare drop. I think the purple ones are items. The lore seems to be like that orangish red.
But yeah, you also have to keep in mind too that this game came out earlier last year, and they're like Square Enix has a lot of games on their docket right now.
Better try something different.
I blocked that. Since I'm gonna do the recap, go for the lore orbs, yeah. I'm going to Google which ones actually matter, and then go and... Oh, I see, like those over there. That drop down like stairwells. I see, I see. That's what you're talking about.
Easy as pie.
Barely even worth the trouble.
Treasure ahead.
I think I never understood with Diablo style loot is the like color rarity. They act like it's important, but it means nothing. Like, yeah, this is ultra super rare, and then the next item you find is a common 2 levels higher that's got way better stats.
Oh, some of these purple orbs unlock side quests, or at least side missions.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, so yeah, I probably just have to redo this at some point to find what's necessary, because yeah, I'm gonna absolutely take a look at the wiki and see what is necessary, and then from there I'll go back and get it. Because sometimes lore isn't necessarily important for the story. Like the one lore bit we found with Neon, though, where it explained the dark crystals that we have in our hand, that's important. Are these elevators? They don't seem like they are. Seems like you have to take the walk of shame all the way back. The price of loot.
There you go. Jack, let's go.
But yeah, you know, where does this one go? Where's this supposed to point? Oh, I guess it doesn't need to.
Pretty broke the crystal that you're supposed to point at, so.
Let's brace ourselves for
That's currently blowing. It's destroying. I was on its way, to be fair.
Okay, let's hit this one. There's the elevator again.
Cubes, over there.
Should we take a breather?
This is a very weird game. I wanted to like it. It has a story to be told, and that's why I'm here. Besides, part of the adventure is the journey itself. Oh, Tomberry.
Time to go wild, Jed. I'll leave you, Dad.
danger. Don't get too wild, kid.
Let's go.
I can just grab its head and just crush its skull between your hands. Besides, from the very first trailer, we all knew this was going to be a very silly game. And I'm okay with that.
Enemy spotted.
Let's knock him down.
All I want to do.
Yeah, it's like I just wanted a silly game. I just want to kill chaos. You know?
More serious Final Fantasy. I'm sure 16 will do the trick when it comes out.
Yeah, like we get our dramatic Final Fantasies, and then we get, like, you know, our Stranger of Paradise and our World of Final Fantasies, and we get our Dissidias. Like, it's okay to just have fun.
A few steps behind. Just keep hitting them.
No, we established earlier. No.
Yeah.
Games have to be really serious all the time.
Yeah, some games
They
are
won't
art,
be-
some games are just fun. It's okay. It ain't that deep.
But then art doesn't necessarily have to be deep. It can be just all it has to do is make you feel something.
Yeah.
And
And again, I defer back to my trifecta argument, my thesis, if I were to write it, which is if a game's fun, then it's good. If a game is fascinating, meaning you could discuss something about it, meaning it does something interesting, it tries something creative. Doesn't matter if it necessarily executes it. If it executes it, great. If it doesn't, hey, at least it tried. But we could talk about the what ifs later. But if it does something interesting, that makes it good as well if it accomplishes it. It can't just try and fail. That's not good enough. But, and then if a game's fulfilling, if it just scratches an itch then it also succeeded. It's a good game for that reason. Like, sometimes I want to just sit back and kill zombies. And there are some zombie games that are better than others. But if I just want to have like a fun zombie killing game, then it's a good game. They're all good for different reasons, but we can identify the nuances for why some games are better than others. Some games aren't necessarily that interesting, but they are very fun. Some games aren't necessarily fun, but they are satisfying, they are fulfilling. Like, say, Animal Crossing. Personally, I find doing chores as a video game very tedious, and I don't like it. But for many people, it's very therapeutic. And so even though it may not be that interesting, you know, you're just gardening or doing errands and chores, at the same time, that's very fulfilling for people. And that itself has value. And that cannot be discounted. The value that you get from a game, that is what determines if it's good or not. Because if a game is just meant to be fun, but it's boring, then that means it's a bad game. But if a game is boring, but it's meant to serve another, like, you know, niche or scratch a different itch, then it's not bad. It's just not necessarily for you. Alright, we got one of these Lefinian logs. Uh-oh, we got... It's like the Xehanort files. We got redacted information. I wonder if it, New Game Plus or revisiting the mission a second time uncovers that, or if we uncover other lore.
I see some cubes over there.
I could use a break.
Some item that lets us see more of the lore.
Hmm. NoMercyTV.com. I have certain biases I have to eliminate, especially since I plan on getting into reviews. Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you this right now, No Mercy. This is constructive criticism for you right now. It's okay to inject your personality. It's not necessarily interesting to overemphasize your biases. I can tell you right now, because it's like the old saying goes, everyone, like, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and most of them are full of shit. You're just going to be just another opinion in the wind of the noise of the internet if you go in with that attitude. Because how interesting, like, to use a food example, how interesting of a food critic are you if you're like, I'm a very good food critic, but I don't like things with too many spices or broccoli or vegetables in it? You're not a very interesting food critic if you're gonna artificially limit yourself that way. You have to broaden your horizons, expand your palette, be open-minded. Because if you try to be closed-minded, you're only going to attract closed-minded people, and those are not necessarily the most fun people to be around. So, I encourage you, and I applaud your
When did you teach
effort to
Sarah
try
that
to
song?
become more open-minded, because that's only going to make you better.
Everyone
To
knows
become more open-minded. That doesn't mean you have to like everything. Don't be like these people where the popular thing is the thing they like. I can't. There's so many popular influencers that have, over the years, gotten so boring because of that. Whatever the popular thing is, they're for it. I'm not gonna throw shade on stream, but there are some popular YouTubers and I'm like, damn, you are boring as fuck because you are just the popular opinion. Whatever's popular, you're for it. That's it. That is super boring. Because they have such a large and diverse audience that they don't want to offend anybody. But they don't realize that when you try to please everybody, you please nobody. Should we go for the tail? Does the tail have a weakness?
Jack White just pull it off.
Attack its butt.
We'll find out. Go for that. That got rid of its wings.
Yeah.
They
Now it's
became
true
Dragonite.
Let me see if it's weak to anything. It says it has a weak spot. I don't necessarily know what that weak spot is. It just says weak spot. Well, it's weak. I'm gonna keep attacking the weak spot.
Oh, it's weak to thunder.
Okay.
Well, and now it's broken, so.
Now it's weak to cutscenes.
At least they didn't make this a quick one run.
Like, take Power Wash Simulator. Power Wash Simulator isn't inherently interesting. There's no subversion, there is no secret plot to it. You're literally power washing stuff. But at the same time, it's gained such acclaim because it does that one specific thing so very well that
No
people
chaos.
literally can get into a zen about it.
No
And that
crystal.
itself is like soul food.
Did Astos
You know?
trick us?
Like it's a good example of how you can be a good game but not necessarily be critically acclaimed or need the best graphics or have the most intense story or the most interesting gameplay. You don't need any of that shit to be a good game. That stuff helps, but it really depends on what you need. These are tools to facilitate the end. One thing does not make you a good game. It's the sum of all the parts.
Logging in.
It's what purpose does it have? How well does it accomplish what it set out to do? That determines how good it is.
We have been waiting for you. Commencing transport.
It's not a number in a magazine or on a website.
Transport to Flying Fortress.
Like being a 10 out of 10 racing game has different criteria and facilitates different things and caters to a different crowd and expectations than a 10 out of 10 fighting game or a 10 out of 10 tactical RTS. You know? You don't grade those things on the same scale. If you do, you are very, very much missing the point and the nuances that people realize and what they want on these things. That's like if we took music and you basically rated like country to like dubstep and you basically attributed the same criteria to both. Like you're really missing the fine nuance here.
Not everything has to be.
I know people try to like over shove things and compartmentalize them because they want to deliver this one number that people think is going to be the be all end all biblical. By the way, we're already over time. By the way, thank you everyone who's been staying this late listening to the ramblings, and thank you Fail for staying up with me on this. Jobs for friends
no
too.
Problem.
Yeah, this thing's always better with more people. It's a party.
Yeah, hopefully we get a third person on Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully if on Saturday we can get like another person in here, a third person. That'd be nice. I'm surprised we don't get Neon. Like, why isn't this 4-player? Why is it 3-player co-op?
It's like, okay, even if you can only do the first mission with 3 people, why can't you have a 4th person?
And Shadows, you bring up a good point too. The same things that make a racing sim 10 out of 10 are the same things that make it inaccessible to a wider audience. That's exactly true. Like, one of the things people love about the like Call of Duty and Destiny, which are the top 2 most popular shooters out there, is because they love the gameplay. They don't necessarily want them to be the most realistic shooter. They don't want them to be Arma. You know, if you want a super realistic simulation shooting where you die and you get shot once you bleed out, or you get pancreatic cancer and die in the field, you want stuff like that, you get like Arma, you know, or Operation Flashpoint. But those games aren't popular because they're realistic. People, I say this all the time, I should probably put this on a shirt. People, like gamers especially, fans never know what they want. They only know what they like. They'll tell you that they want more realism. They don't want more realism. They like the power fantasy. They like satisfying gunplay. They like good audio design. They like visual and audio feedback from the guns that they shoot. They want to feel like they have an edge while at the same time having a competitive bite back. So that's what they like. But they're going to tell you what they think they want. They don't. They don't know what they want. People don't know what they want, they only know what they like. People say, oh, this is a very realistic car game. Well, the more realistic you get, the much more challenging, the much more of a difficulty curve, the much more of a skill floor you're going to have, which is going to alienate a lot of people. And while it will absolutely please people, it's going to please a very specifically and absolutely smaller amount of people. So you think you know what you do. And honestly, because the world of games is so big, you can go out there and experience those things, but if you don't like them, then you need to go back and reflect on what you just said and what you thought you knew about what you wanted. You know? It's like people always say they want to be healthier, but you're going to have to just do the work. You're going to have to start in the kitchen, you know, eat right, eat better, eat smarter, and then, you know, have a lifestyle that supports whatever it is, the end results you wish to have. It's very simple. But you can say that you want it, you know, but when you actually go out and get it, it's a completely different thing.
People have to stop being so stuck on even what they like and trying new things. You know, it's always surprising when you try a genre of a game maybe you've tried before, you don't like it, but then you find that game that finally clicks.
Yeah,
and gets you really into it.
Because unless you expand your limits and your horizons, you don't really know like what you're good at or what you really like. Like, imagine if you eat the same meal every single day and you're like, well, I like this, you know, I like this plain ass one cereal that I eat, but you never tried anything else? Come on. How do you know unless you try it? And that's just people feeling overconfident in their small niche, like their comfort zone. They don't want to leave their comfort zone. They want to stick with the safety and security that they have. When they just take a very small risk, try something new, and if you don't like it, it's not the end of the world. If you're not good at something, it's not the end of the world. But you'll become a much more layered and interesting person because of it. You're a very boring person if you're like, I only like the one thing, and I'm only good at the one thing. I don't want to do anything else. Well, thank you for being a simplistic, useless person. You contribute so much to the world. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Stupid game. You're worried this is going to be a dumb, stupid game, yet we get the Oni TED Talks. Teaching you know, better ways to live your life.
I know, right?
So there you go.
You come for the Final Fantasy and you leave with the life advice. But, yeah. The long and short of it is, the TLDR is, yes, do what you want, but also realize that you don't know as much as you think you know. The world's a bigger place, you need to get over yourself. Too many people are way too ego-driven. And I can tell you right now, NoMercyTV.com, whenever you start putting yourself out there, be prepared to take those hits. I'm just telling you right now, be prepared to take those. You are going to take a lot of criticism. Not a lot of that criticism is valid, but you may surprise you how much of it is. You need to have a thick skin because not everybody has the mental fortitude to invite all of the unsolicited opinions, advice, desires, and even misinterpretations of everyone they reach out to. I'm telling you that from personal experience. You ready to do just in a different field? Gain thick skin because of it? Good. Good. That will absolutely help you. Unblue, I came for the chaos. Well, hey, we're still trying to find chaos. We're still looking, man.
Yeah, where
is chaos? We just can't find it. So, yeah.
Oh, we haven't even gotten the wind crystal, so...
Yeah.
A little longer than...
We're working on it.
Expected.
Maybe next week we'll find chaos. We'll see. But until next time, I'm going to wrap this up. We are going to stream this next on Saturday. I have a couple of short recaps on some... If you're into Final Fantasy, this is going to be a very Final Fantasy-filled month for you. I hope you're happy. And please watch the recent video. Please share it with anybody who is interested or anybody who may feel like, hey, I didn't want to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, and hey, here's a recap of it. That way you don't have to play it if you don't want to, or if you just want a refresher, or just relive it yourself, because sometimes I learned some stuff myself going through something a second time. You catch things you didn't catch before. So please watch that. Please share, recommend. If you are interested in the Discord, continue these discussions or listening to other nonsense, visit my Discord, links in the description below. And yeah, if you have this again on either of the Gen Xboxes, this current gen or last gen, you can play Final Fantasy Origins with me. And later, if you have a PlayStation either gens, you are also going to do a co-op stream with Final Fantasy 15 Comrades. So if you're on that side of the fence, then that's cool too. You can join up on that co-op stream later. But Saturday is when we're going to pick this up, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you then. Thank you so much, Fatal, for jumping in. Hopefully you can catch you next time. And yeah.
See you next time. All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Take care, man.
Yep, thank you. Catch you on the next battlefield. Alright, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate you. It was a very chill stream. It's always more fun to just bounce ideas off somebody rather than just talk to yourself. For that, I'm gonna turn in. Thanks, you too. Have a good night.